I'm just allergic to
In San Ynez,
the
there's
bites.
tons of tarantulas.
I hate it.
And they're like this.
Get fucked.
And they go, it's mating season. And the thing is going like
and then they look at
one
you.
foot every 2 minutes. I go, what, is he sprinting towards someone to have sex with? Because
Gee, talk about the slow plays. Like,
no, they really walk weird there, but they're slow. But they're in our house up there all
they
of a
go
sudden,
like this too.
creeping around.
They're
Yeah, that's it.
I'm in Arizona. They're not. They go. Those don't bite. I don't think. I need more proof.
Tell that to my leg.
Yeah. Tell it's my swollen left nut.
I knew you were going there.
I know, it's horrible.
Tell it to my scrotum, okay?
Dude,
Nothing like a shark bite on your
Denny
lower
Johnson.
testicle.
Remember
What?
Denny Johnson?
Danny Johnson,
He
of
goes
course.
like this. The other day, he's got a van to travel for stand-up. He goes, the other day, I slammed my finger in my van. It got all big and purple and swollen, so then I slammed my dick in there.
That's a great line.
I know.
That's just a great joke.
He's the guy that said he wrote his whole act in one night when he was fucked up or something, and then he always has done that's when you could do your same act. I was going to ask Lano that if that's true.
There is a thing, a poison in a way, that people get 20 minutes the first week, literally, and then ride it for a half century.
That's what they used to be able to do. You just travel with it.
Three Stooges never changed their line. For a half century. They went on the road because they got nothing for their shorts. And they just...
Tom Segura.
Oh, no. Now we have a theme.
It works.
Well, I like the hand thing.
It works again. Tom Scrotum. What is his
Tom
name?
Scalacco.
Tom Scrogoga. He is...
Tom Segura.
He's Bert Kreischer's friend. Ooh, we're buddies. Gross.
2 bears, 1 cave. You think by this point they could buy a second cave, okay?
You know, I went to Sunglass Hut the other day. I go, this place is doing pretty well. I think they can move into a building.
Tom Segura.
Segura does well. By the way, everyone at the
funny.
airport looks like Bert Kreischer. I realize it's these big dudes with hats. Where's
I
Gate
know.
18? I'm like, hey, Bert.
I know.
Hey, Bert. Everyone's Bert. He
Then
did 2
who's-
bears. You did Bert's podcast, right?
I did the half a cave and a kind of bear guy or something.
I did one igloo.
I was in Tom Segura's seat, I guess.
Oh.
So I did 2 hours with Kreischer.
Jesus Kreischer, Carvey.
That is good for a dentist, Kreischer.
Yeah.
Jesus Kreischer.
Tom Segura. Forget about Bert. This is
Tom
Tom.
Segura. Well, let's just state some facts. The guy is a great stand-up.
Yep. Great stand-up.
Check him out on Netflix.
Great podcast. Got in early. Does with his lovely wife, Christine. And they have a big one called Your Mother's House, right?
Early adopter was getting, we're going to break this down in this. You're going to listen shortly.
Yeah. You're going to shut up and listen.
Shut up and listen. But we're going to break down how he figured out the podcasting thing and what do you call it? You know, the knots are like 2000, 2010. What is 2010 to 2020? What do you
Those
call
are
that?
the teens, I think.
That's the teens? What if it's 12? You fucked me, man.
I don't know. Were you saying something? I don't know. Were you
Well, it was like 2012 or 13. He was really getting into podcasting.
Yes.
And he's a scientist about how it influences your draw on the road. And we break all that down.
Oh,
we break down
he's on
things
a
a lot.
worldwide tour called I'm Coming Everywhere, which is a funny title. And he rakes in cash. Tour, podcast.
He tours around the world, Tom Segura.
Still some more money in the gutters.
Yeah, and then there's stuff in a trash can. Get the lid off. Kick the can.
Yeah, it's clean out the leaf bag.
As long as you say what you're doing, it's a perfect
It's all
sound.
funny noises.
Have you seen my character sound effecty?
Guy.
Gets
go.
in a car. Adjusts the mirror. Puts it in gear.
Gets a clown
It's all
horn.
the same. Gets a clown horn. It's like. Anyway,
So Tom Segura,
Tom
check him out.
Segura is our guest, and
We had fun with him.
he's really funny, fun, super smart, and he'll say just dry things. He's very like how Bert Kreischer is loud and he's such a big presence, and Tom is the calm one. So they're fun together, and we've gotten them both. Mm-hmm.
We just go quietly until the podcast starts.
Start it. It's only an hour. You still have the rest of your day.
What the fuck? It's only an hour. It's like
It's only
like a ripoff.
I don't know why when we execute prisoners, it doesn't go well half the time, and they come back alive.
They
and stuff.
don't have it wired.
Can you choose to be exploded or just hit in the head with a sledgehammer, or Mike Tyson with a free punch? That's how I want to go out.
That's it. That's a great idea, and I don't think they really give you choices anymore. And they should. You should be able to say.
You should pick from 100 things.
How would you want to go out?
Well, first I would want to just chug a quart of vodka, probably. I mean, I'd want to get really anesthetized. I've had operations where I'm coming to on morphine, and they could have just chopped me in half. I couldn't care less. So I'd get vodka, morphine, and then I would try to run 100 miles in the desert.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So like you'd want to accomplish something.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't have lofty goals anymore.
I don't know. What about you, Tom or David? What do you guys got?
I mean,
the Feel Good Podcast of the Year.
I'd like to see like if I could like really take a stab at, how
many does it take? Like Woodsy the Owl when on the pop commercial. Mm-hmm. How many does it take till you go, all right, enough?
Yeah. Huh. What if it was like somebody just I've always wanted to see like push a safe off of a ledge onto somebody. Oh, yeah. So, do it to me.
I'd like Tony Robbins to push my head into that cold plunge pool he has and just hold me under, but
with
doing me a favor, because that guy's got meaty mitts.
He does.
This is one of our most interesting startings. But Tom Segura, Dana, is
an
American hero. He, I mean, I don't think you've heard that.
What did he do? He created a comedy empire outside the traditional system of Johnny Carson and Saturday Night Live. He's here right now, Tom. And he created a comedy empire leveraging this new technology. And it's brilliant. And his specials are amazing, I have to say. I heard a lot of your good stuff today.
Thank you. Don't forget, I hosted SNL twice, but keep going.
You did? That was back in when they weren't filming it?
That's funny because we get a Tom Segura guest prep. They would tell us that. Have they asked you to host recently? Tom?
Negative.
That's kind of strange because you've reached critical mass where they would think, check the numbers.
Well, you have to be on the radar because, listen, first of all, with SNL, you did grow up. And when you were growing up, did you watch SNL? Most people did.
So much.
And what was your chunk that you were into the most? Chunk of casting?
When you were 12 or 14 and what year? Like 19?
I mean, Dana is the fucking GOAT for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the greatest.
Tom, I'm blushing if I could.
You are.
Thank you.
I mean, I was, of course, I was absolutely obsessed. I never missed it. And for that time period, so I was, I was born in 79, when you get into the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, that there's probably a 6-year window there where I don't miss a single episode. I think, that's that was what we did. I mean, I told David when we podcasted, it was like we would watch SNL and then it's like Monday morning, you just go in and just repeat the lines, you just do impressions. That's all we would do. I mean, just like all the impressions. And you're a fucking chameleon. I mean, you were amazing, Dana.
Thank you.
I know that David was there.
No, Lauren did say, David, I want you to be an extra. By the way, the funniest thing about Lauren is saying, I brought you in as a backup for Dana, knowing he was leaving. And I'm like, I don't even do what Dana does. No one does. Like, just because I have blonde hair, it's like I do a whole different thing. But Dana was so good and so fun to watch that it made it impossible for someone like me to even contemplate going on SNL because Dana's like the quintessential SNL person. Funny, scores, goes into sketches, disappears, and any characters in the news, you play them.
And it's so versatile. And you could have a standout, like the lead character, or like you said, you could walk through a scene and deliver a line. Mm-hmm. And I think that would probably be and when I always imagine what it's like, not to host, but to be a cast member. Cause it's like, obviously that's not a thing that'll ever happen, but like you imagine it. And I go, man, that would intimidate the shit out of me to be in a cast with you. I think I would be like, fuck, because you're so good at all of it that I would just be like, I don't know what I do here.
Well, it surprised me too, just quickly. I did not have an enormous amount of confidence when I was cast.
Really?
And it was a little bit like, okay, I guess I got it. I felt a little sick to my stomach. But as I went forward, when I was trying to do stand-up as a sketch player without really great material, but just riffing characters, sometimes that was kind of difficult. But as I got up forward on SNL, I got more confidence. And that getting confidence is a magical feeling at whatever you're doing. Going back to our guest Tom,
no, it's good.
like when did you turn, like you start doing stand up and you're going along, and then at one point you kind of leap forward. Was it confidence, work ethic, or just time? I mean, how soon would you're going, I'm pretty much consistently can do an hour and pretty much consistently levitate the room. Well, or even when you felt confident, like when was the first time you said, okay, I'm going to do this?
I was definitely a relentless worker as a stand-up. So once I understood how the system worked, I was like, oh, like they let you MC. I was like, I just wanted to feature, right? Just wanted to be like the middle act. And I took every single offer all over the country to middle everywhere. And then when I cracked headlining, I just kept doing it so aggressively. Like we just worked. Like I never took, I hated having a week off. So I not like anybody enjoys that, but I'm saying it was just like a relentless pursuit of it. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of feel like, yeah, there's a thing where you go like, oh, I'm proficient at this. I know how to do this, but you realize it doesn't matter if people don't know. Like people would come to the shows and have a good time, but you're like, man, this thing's not going to change unless people buy tickets, to
see you.
Yeah, it's like
you're just there because they're coming to a comedy club in general.
Exactly.
But you need them to switch and go, because they used to have mailing lists and stuff, and maybe you did that.
Oh, I did. We call it, obviously they call it papering the room. It's like the club goes, hey, we're at this is the Omaha Funny Bone at the mall. And they just reach out to their list and they go, here's the act this week. And people go, who's that? And they go, well, it's a free ticket. And that's what I did. I just did those for years and years and did those over and over and over. But you get to the point where you're like, hey, I feel like I could sell a ticket if people knew who I was. But the only thing that was doing that at the time was just specials. You have to get like a special out. And that became just my goal, was to get an hour special out. And then when it did come out, it did change things for me.
First one changed things?
Yeah, well, the half hour did. That's the funny thing is I remember the producer at Comedy Central. I'm in New York and we're shooting Comedy Central Presents, which was like, I thought, a huge goal, right? Because every comic that I looked up to had a Presents. And I shot it and it went well. And I remember the producer pulling me aside going, this is going to change your road work. And I was like, really? And I got so excited, but I tried to keep it inside. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, God. And it came out. And when it came out, I saw like some stuff on social media or whatever. And then I was like, well, what's about to happen? And I called my agent and I was like, hey, I want to work this club. And he's like, okay. And he called and he goes, yeah, they said no. And I go, but I have a Comedy Central Presents.
But I did a Game Changer.
They don't care.
Everyone says Game Changer. My agents every year used to go, this is going to be your year. And I go, you fucking liar. Yeah. You say that every year and it gets me, actually, I believe it. I go, this one? They're like, yeah. I go, like they know something. I go, they just say that to shut you up. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, what should I do to prepare? And then that's what you were doing, is like, I got a Presents under my belt. That's funny when people go, you do a premium blend, you do a Presents. That's the lingo.
Dude, yeah. And I really thought like this is going to be a real thing for me. Like this is going to make things different. I really did.
I agree. Do you think that's you're famous? You go, I will be famous starting tomorrow.
Did you, from that first half hour, did you feel like I'll just get better? or did you work even harder, or how did you keep improving from that point? Because the writing I'm seeing now is so, as good as it gets. It's a bitch you're landing, and the acting you're doing in it. I mean, when did that come up? Was it sort of the first one that went on Netflix or something? Did you make leaps even, or was it just exposure? You were already completely.
I think I always stay. It's funny. You're around comedians obviously all the time, right? As a comic, and you realize what a disease the bitterness of these guys.
Yeah, never hang out with comedians.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, it's like they're just like miserable about. They're like, shit just never worked. And I always tried to stay away from those like that, or at least you can't stay away from it, but you go, I don't want to embrace that. Yeah. And so I told myself that I was like, well, if this didn't change things like the way that I go, it's the next thing. And the next step up would be the full hour. So I was like, I need to do an hour special, which again became like my sole goal. And I only cared about being on Comedy Central because that was the spot. I was like, it was 2013. I was like, it's got to be Comedy Central. And we invited Comedy Central to see it. And they literally said, well, there's not really a theme. That was the feedback I got.
Oh, really?
I mean, I told my manager at the time, I was like, I think the theme is jokes.
Tom, I'm more like that too. I look at some people's act and I go, when they do a whole special about something, I'm baffled.
Yeah.
I can't even come up with jokes about when you have the whole playing field. You can do a joke about anything in the world. And then when they go, I'm going to do them about my divorce, the whole thing. And you go,
the whole thing.
Holy shit.
And I still can't, all my hours are like bit about this, bit about that, it's never like, here's the
cohesive.
Yeah. So we ended up shooting it on spec. And we still sent it to Comedy Central.
Oh, I love it.
Because they only seen like a version of it at a club. And I go,
right,
here's the finished product. And they said no again.
Wow. So how does Tom Segura, because I like to use the name in that context, how do you deal with that kind of rejection? Are you bummed out for a week? Or because I auditioned for SNL once and I followed Kennison at the store and it was a death trap and a death set. And I was kind of, I wouldn't say clinically depressed. I wouldn't label myself as depressed, but I was really,
he was so good.
I was bummed out for a couple months. Just that's that. So when you hear no, now it's 2 times in a row. Are you pretty resilient? Obviously you wouldn't be here. Do you take a knee for a day? I mean, you have a couple of beers. I mean, how do you process it? I'll show those motherfuckers. Might be a good way to go.
I'm definitely bummed. I'm definitely, in the moment, a little bitter. I'm definitely like, this is such fucking bullshit. I'm looking at the ones that they did choose, and I'm like, you took this piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I've done.
There you
that.
go. You look like De Niro for a second. You took this piece of shit.
Fucking piece of shit.
That's your hilarious theme act you love so much.
Also, like, what's the theme of this fucking dog shit?
Yeah.
Oh, the theme is dog shit. Okay.
Yeah. And then I actually got, I've said it before, but like the same call where I get the news that they're passing, I'm just on the phone. I pulled over. I was like out in La Cienega, and I pulled over, and I was like, okay, I'm just listening. He goes, and then he goes, by the way, we sent it to HBO. And I go, seriously? And he goes, yeah, they said no too. And I'm like, oof. Okay, why would you even tell me this? And then he's like, sent it to Showtime. They said no.
No, across the board.
I'm like, cool. And then he goes, but Netflix. And in 2013, it's like it's a thing, but it's not like the hot place to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
House of Cards was around that time, or just maybe not happened yet? Because that was a big sea change. House of Cards, they're doing Kevin Spacey's going on Netflix. You were right at the edge of it, right?
Yeah, I think it's close, but I don't think it's out yet. And then he's like, no, like they're getting a lot of subscribers now. And I'm like, great. That's how the phone call ends. I go, all right, well, thanks. And I'm just kind of bummed out, but I go, what can I do? And what I can do is literally go back to work. So I just like go back on the road and I just act like I guess I got to just come up with a new hour and try this again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That is probably 6 months before.
Well, wait, you got the news that Netflix wanted your horrible hour.
Yeah.
And they're into bad comedy right now, and this is our window.
Yeah.
But you don't give it to them?
No, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Let's go like, fine. It'll come out, later.
Sure.
I'm like, whatever. And I just completely just move on.
You did the opposite. You didn't bank everything on it. You just said, fuck it. Good. Throw it out.
It's going to die on Netflix,
Yeah,
Flix, whatever it's called. It's going to die.
I thought it would definitely do less for me than the Presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it came out. And I remember when it came out, again, you see some tweets and a couple of people said that, I guess stopped me. Hey, I was like, great. And
Great. Fuck you.
I didn't think anything of it. And then 3 months later, I remember I did the Cleveland Improv, and the manager comes up to me at the end of the week. He goes, I don't know why the fuck this happened, but you sold some tickets this weekend.
Wow, that gave me the chills, though. I mean, the fact that you're suddenly valuable in some way,
that's a rush.
That's a lifelong goal that you're like, wait.
That sentence.
Oh, yeah.
You're selling a shit ton of tickets. When that starts to happen, it's like.
And here's the thing. Here's how fucking removed from the correlation of the two. I was like, wait, why? He's like, no, I don't know why.
And he's shocked. That's how he doesn't think you're that good. Or just, I'm stunned, man.
He sends me the breakdown. He's like, look at this shit. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, well, you hit some bonuses, but he goes, I don't know, man. And then he just walked away. And I just thought, well, that was a good weekend. And I still wasn't like, oh, the special's working, And then the next few months, it started to happen more and more and more. And then it became a thing where it was like, hey, you sold out this weekend. The whole weekend sold out. That was probably after 6 months.
Wow.
It took that long to seep, right?
Yes.
Wow. And that was the one called Completely Normal, 2014.
Yeah, we shot it in 13. It came out in 14. And then by 15, I was just doing, by the end of 14, I was selling out clubs. And then in 15, I was doing rock clubs and, one-nighters and small theaters, or just I could I could go to a club on a Monday and just they'd give me the door, and I would just I started to work like that.
Casinos too, right?
Man,
casinos are where it's at. Yeah,
casinos pay more, but sometimes the audience can be a little tough.
This is a crazy inside baseball thing, but there are casinos, and this is really crazy when you actually just do the finance, the numbers on this.
Mm-hmm.
There are a number of casinos that will pay well over the gross of the show. And when you think of that, you're like, wait, what? The show is grossing X amount and they're going to pay you over that. And then you realize, well, there's a calculation that they do. Mm-hmm. They're like, if this many people come to the casino, we don't even care that we're parting with this, because these people are going to get rooms, gamble, drink, eat. And you're like, the way that it becomes a little ecosystem of an economy on in a night it's really fascinating.
Playing the Desert Inn in Vegas, which was an incredible room. Now it's the Wynn. It was blowing up. 600 seats, low ceiling. I go down for the sound check, and they got a Goomba type manager there. And I go, how are the ticket sales? How are the ticket sales? And this is a quote. Mark Pitta was there, my opener. He goes, what do I give a shit? I got Indonesians dropping 10 large upstairs tonight.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Indonesians dropping 10 large. But yeah, and they do the analytics. They told me they'll see what Carrot Top numbers are, or how much money is dropped in the casino that
on your night. Yeah.
Does your audience go out and then
does your audience drink? Does your audience
get drunk and leverage their house?
Do our high rollers ask for your tickets? Because you can see the front row, and a lot of times when you do Vegas or in these places, casinos, the front row is sparse or it's choppy because people go, give me tickets to everything. I'm a high roller. And they go, you got 2 tickets up front. If you want them, you got this. And, they walk in like Meghan Markle in the middle of your set if they want. But sometimes they go, nah, No, I think what the calculation is, they just need to get them. And the showroom's always in the very farthest corner of the casino. So they have to walk by and they calculate. They probably spend $22 on slots on the way out of boredom. They walk by our restaurants. They probably eat at one. Now they're aware of our casino because Tom Segura they've never come here. But because we're mixing up our acts, they go, oh, I'll go see him. And then they go, oh, I've never been to this casino. I'll come back. So they got to get him in somehow. They don't even want you to do your act.
Yeah.
They're just like, get him in, touch base, and go back out.
I just had this happen at a casino. This is wild. I'm backstage and it's a big room. It's a 6,000 seat room. So
wow.
Basically, it's what they consider a half arena, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That type of shell design.
Big, yeah.
Yeah.
Big room. And there's and in those types of rooms, the way that it's laid out, it's kind of hard. You can't really peek out. They have huge, scaffolding and curtains everywhere. But I hear Kirk Fox, who's on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear him at one point go, hey, man. He goes, hey, man, you got to calm down, okay? And it's not like, I'm like, this is definitely some shit.
If Kirk is saying that, he's pretty chill. Great stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty chill. And he's like, he's so funny. And so it makes my ear, it catches my ear. So I turn and I'm like, what's going on? So I try to see, but I can't really see. I just see Kirk up there on the stage. And then, a few minutes pass and he goes, hey, man. Hey, dude, I'm telling you, I want you to stay, but you got to calm down. And so then I'm backstage and I got like at these big casinos, there's like 200 security staff. Like it's a lot of security, right? So they start coming around. I hear they're all on their walkies and their earpieces so I'm like, what is happening? And they're like, well, there's this guy in the front row. And I'm like, what's going to happen? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And they go, well, we think it's going to be too disruptive to remove him during Kirk's set. So what we're going to do is, because he's like getting through it, he's almost done. When he gets off stage and you're about to go on stage, that's when we'll remove him. And I go, hey man, it's your security. Do whatever you want. I just want to know what's going on. And they're like, that's what we're going to do. I go, okay, great. Kirk finishes he says goodnight. He walks off stage. They start playing a song. And that's like my cue that I have like 10 seconds and then I walk on stage. So I walk on stage. And as I walk on stage, I grab the mic and I see like 8, 9 yellow security shirts, big black letters on it, all gathered around this dude in the front row.
Oh God.
So I'm just, how's everybody doing? I'm still like,
what's up?
And I grab the mic and I'm like, hey, and I can't even get out the first sentence. And this becomes mayhem, right? So like they are holding this guy and I see his head pop out from under like a chokehold and he goes, Tom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He goes, I came to see you. And I go, what do you want me to do? And he goes, help me.
Oh my God. Help me.
I go, I think it's beyond my control now. They start to pull him. And dude, it's taking like 6, 7 guys. His girl pops up and she fucking punches one of the security guys. Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm sitting here from the stage. I haven't started talking yet.
Everyone's watching and you're all just watching.
Yeah. And there's the Jumbotron.
Watching you watch. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. She turns and starts yelling at me too. I go, what do you want me to do? She takes her beer, throws it on one of the security guys.
Smart.
The guys start dragging the guy out. And when they drag him out, he takes them into an aisle. So he drags security guys into an aisle. I see shoes come off, pants come off. They finally get him stood up. Underwear's off. He's fully naked in the arena now, right?
It's Conor McGregor.
I'm like, oh my God. This guy's like, I would say maybe 5'9", 265, 270 pounds.
Okay. So looks good with his clothes off.
Looks great. It's a nice shot. I'm able to put like the show back on the tracks. I finally get off stage and I'm like, dude, that was the fucking wildest opening to a show I've ever had. And they go, yeah, the cops here, that guy's in jail, blah, blah, blah. Like half an hour later, we're walking through the casino. There's the guy.
No.
There's the guy and I'm like, how is he walking around?
You betrayed me.
He doesn't see me. But when he walks by, we're all like, that's the guy. And we talked to one of the security people, high roller. He's a front row high roller.
Whale.
Yeah, he's a whale. They're like, yeah. I go, this dude like knocked one of your
And then what they get away with, unreal.
They're like, yeah, 10 grand a hand, dude. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Willing to look the other way.
So how long did it take you to feel like you're doing your set then after he goes out naked and they're screaming and fighting? Did you go into your set or you do like old club stuff where you kind of do a quasi crowd work?
You know, the funny thing is it's always less time than you think. Like in your head, you're like, that was 10 minutes. It's really like 3. But 3 minutes of talking about something that's happening in the room is a long time.
And it's not jokes and you're in uncharted territory. You don't know if it's funny. And you want to just start going, anyway, dogs are funny. And everyone goes, oh, we're back in the act.
Did you get an angle on it, Tom? Because your experience. Because a lot of times I would intuitively go from that guy's point of view. Let's go to the show tonight. It's going to be great. Or just find an angle about it, you know?
Yeah, I was making commentary about it. I was asking, when I was asking, like, I would see big muscular dudes like, where were you? We needed you like a moment ago.
Okay, there you go.
Anytime that I would say something in the act that referenced like somebody who is out of their mind, drunk or drug, I'd make reference to the guy. He was like a callback thing.
Oh, built-in callback is nice.
I would also tell the people how I would reference other popular comedians and how they would not have gotten that at one of their shows. I was like,
oh, that's your crowd.
And that every night you have some naked guy fighting security guards. It's not a thing.
I was like, you think you're going to get this at a Sebastian show?
You know what's good? Dana, do you ever do this one where you go, these guys that work their jokes in, they go, they go, where are you from? And the guy goes, he wants to hear Cleveland. And he goes, Cincinnati. He goes, this guy last night was from Cleveland. And he said, and you go, was it always last night? And I go, I see the guy 7 nights in a row say it. I go, oh, that's just part of his act. If it's not what he wants to hear, or you could go, this guy last night started some shit in the front row. And then you say that for 3 years. Everything's last night.
Or what is the town that you mentioned that'll get a big reaction? Like I was in, Bucks County and, whatever town away, that just gets a huge laugh. In Fresno, it was Merced, I think, or, it's just.
You have to be a reliable person, Dana. They give you the wrong one and it bombs.
Yeah.
To fuck with you.
It's like at a corporate gig when they go, make fun of the crowd. And then the guy goes, I know everybody here. You know what's funny? Talk about our VP of sales. He has 3 balls and beats his wife. Say something about that. And I go, well, I don't know. And then you say something and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the guy's like, isn't that hilarious? And you're like, no.
Jim has MS, but he's got a sense of humor about it. He really laughs about it. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I remember Jay Leno telling me he was doing a corporate date and he's just making fun of some couple. A lot of people, they hook up when they're on the road, this and that. And then the woman was next to the guy and she's got up and screamed and cried and ran out. It's just like, you don't know what you're touching.
Tom, when you were doing this with the Dana, I'm sorry, I have to go back. The information you didn't have, which might have helped, is what went on for so long. Was he pushing people? Was he yelling?
I found out. So when all the shit finally came, I was like, Kirk, what was happening? He was like, dude, and this is one of the worst things people think about, about heckling and stuff. He was repeating everything that Kirk said back to Kirk, but he's in the front row and loudly. So like, Kirk would be like, and then, I rode the bus. He'd be like, you rode the bus. Ha ha. The bus. So he was just like, hey man, like you just got to relax.
I just had that at the Comedy Store. The guy, I don't even know if something was up with him, but he looked like he's having a great time. And he just kept saying my punchline after to the people around him.
It's the worst.
But everyone hears it and it stops my next setup. And I'm like, I go, hey man, I try to be nice. And when they kicked him out, he was the same thing. He's like, David, Tom wouldn't help me, but would you?
Would you?
God. But he did say, hey man, he looks up to me. And that's the weirdest feeling. I'm like, I have to let you go now.
I had a guy on the balcony scream. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's a balcony.
It's a melee now.
Theater. This is a different show. So I'm just on stage and he just starts to yell, they're throwing out the wrong guy. Right. And I'm like, what? And he's like, they're throwing out the wrong guy.
Wow.
And I go, I don't know. It sounds like the right guy to me. Like all of it too is always related to just booze. They're always just drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy in the front row was drunk. This guy's drunk.
Yeah. It's always alcohol. I sometimes will get, because of church lady, just someone in the back about every 10 seconds just going, lady, throughout my set. Lady.
So gross. Yeah.
That's why we love stand-up. When you have a hot
is when they start yelling at each other and it's pure chaos.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's like, hey, shut the fuck up. And he goes, fuck you. Yeah. And I go,
yeah, I love when the audience is heckling each other. This is fucking amazing.
Or that you look over and they're standing at the edge of the stage. A drunk guy, 6'5", is just standing there. He's on the stage with you now. Do you hold your ground? We ask him, do you hold your ground? I don't. I said, you got it. Go ahead. Some people, if they have a guitar, they'll fight try to fight for the stage. If someone storms it, I leave. But you look pretty like you could handle yourself physically, Tom. You probably could fight a heckler.
I don't know. It depends on if he's 6'5".
All right, make him 5'10".
Right. Oh yeah, I'm taking the mic stand and swinging it at him for sure. Yeah, let's go, man.
So what I'm curious about, to pivot for a second, if you guys want, is that fairly recently, because I've been at this a long time, you just started to make some money, real money. You're stacking money in the bank. It's happening, right? You're making real money.
It's Fort Knox over there.
And now it's just only 6-7 years later, and you have at least probably 50 grand net in the bank right now. So easy. But anyway, you've gotten incredibly successful in such a short period of time outside the systems. I don't have a question. It's just an observation. It's just an extraordinary story that we hear about as comedians. Tom's doing this. Tom did that. Tom did a live stream.
Tom. That's all I hear about.
It's really fun. And Sebastian. And then there's Sebastian too. There's just people.
Yeah, I hear about him. Well, you're doing a lot of stuff. Now, Tom, my question is, when you are doing, okay, so you do sort of maybe like a formula where we jumped off. You do a special. Looks like you did one, mostly stories for Netflix. And then they asked you for another one. And your first one obviously seeped in. So you go, yeah, I'll do another one. But now you have to come up with a new hour, I guess. That's hard. So you do that. And now it's a system. Are you starting a podcast around now, or did you have it?
I started the podcast 3 years, almost 3 years before the first special.
Okay. So 2010 or 11.
Okay.
Late 2010, I started the podcast.
Okay.
The cool thing about that was those definitely started to feed each other.
Sure.
Even if, I don't know. I remember at one point, I think we had 20,000 listeners on the podcast, spread out. That's not that many people. But if you're just trying to do like a one-nighter somewhere and you're like, hey, I'm going to Chicago. And, of those 20,000 people listening, you might have like 1,000 in Chicago, and you might be able to get 400 of them to come out. That is actually a big deal at that point, because you're selling 400 tickets when people are like, how the hell did you get 400 people to come out tonight?
Mm-hmm. They're buying booze. It helps the club. It's
Oh yeah. That was a huge game changer then. And then when the special came out and people go, hey, I like this guy, or like, I like your special. What else do you have? And, they discovered the podcast, some of them like it, some of them don't, but you're definitely bringing in a new audience of people. So those have continued. Every special and every year of the podcast, they've continued to grow, and they feed each other. And now there's just tremendous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Well, we're rich too.
I know.
No, I mean, I grew up incredibly middle class, barely. David, his nickname is Silver Spoon. It was always easy.
My parents were both strippers. I made money. I got paid in ones. I slept on a bed covered in ones every night. My mom would throw them out at me and my dad. Tom, you will get to this other stuff too. I have a lot of personal questions I have to ask you off camera.
You had a good year, Spade. Don't lie.
No, I'm fine. Well, I did an HBO special years ago, And that really didn't affect stand-up because I wasn't doing it much. I was on Just Shoot Me and stuff. But I wasn't out that much, so I do the Improv in Irvine or San Diego or something, which is great. But I wasn't really making a lot of money in stand-up. And so I didn't really capitalize off it other than it made me more known in some way,
I noticed with Tom on the Disgraceful one, where the audience gave you a standing ovation, that was the 2018. That seemed to be another giant leap.
Yeah, that propelled the next tour to... Each tour has gone like another level. I mean, the current tour was a huge leap from the 2019 tour.
I looked at it. It's kind of unfathomable.
I'm
globally,
coming everywhere.
All
over the world. But I think going for my own head, the theme idea. You are the message. Your likability and relatability, and you can see where the audience go, that's our guy, because you're going into territory where you're working completely clean, and then you'll also just surprise everybody and go wherever you want to go, and then you'll make it okay. I get your popularity. I've spent a day watching all your stuff, so
thanks.
I understand it.
You are politically incorrect, which I think in some of your stuff, which is a blessing.
But you don't lean on it.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, there's this thing, I'm sure it's not anything new, but I just always tried to, I remember people saying early on, they're like, just, the thing you have to do is say things that make you laugh. Like, don't go, I wonder if people will like this, and I'll say it. Like, I try to stick to like, genuinely, this point of view makes me laugh, this story makes me laugh. If I think something is, I'm talking about like a societal norm is worthy of mockery, then like, I feel like mocking this. So then I just do that, but I'm not doing it because I hope this audience likes it and this one won't. I try to stay honest to what makes me laugh.
And also when you walk out there and your whole physical demeanor and you're so relaxed. I mean, even next level and so comfortable. It's a living room. So if something doesn't land, you kind of smile like drowning the dog. It's not about, you'd have to, for people who are listening right now, it's a long story about loving his kid more than an animal. And then the way you just went places people don't expect. And so that's the antithesis of boredom. You don't know what Tom Segura is going to do.
And you can't see it coming. You don't want an act where you can see it coming and you go, and then he's going to say this and then that. But that is a hard thing to do, but it doesn't, like Dana was saying, you're out of the box a bit. So you're sort of underground, but famous. And then, and you make a ton of money more than most people that people know of that are, household names. And you've done it on your own terms. And also, I don't think you are as worried about getting canceled, because what are they canceling you from? You're your own boss, your own podcast.
What am I going to get not hired to do?
Yeah, you're your own show. You have 54 podcasts. You have Dana. His tour is called "I'm Coming Everywhere." It's funniest name. I heard you talking about that, and I heard you talking about taking a private jet, which is hard to talk about, of course, but it is fun to talk about because you're right that in some of those instances, there's almost no way to get to where you got to go. Here's what I actually explained on a couple of podcasts was the fact that if you're touring as insanely as I'm talking about logistically, I go, I don't have to charter a plane, but I go, what I would have to do is reduce this tour. Like there would be no way to go. I'm doing Ottawa and then Spokane and then Eugene and then Boise. Like I go, well, you just can't do that if you're flying commercially. So we would just change the tour. Sure. I mean, it's what you want to do. And if you can factor it in and you're making enough, it's fine. It's really just all a numbers game. And if you, on my tour, I don't do it as hitting the pavement as hard as you. But when I do it, and I have 3 nights in a row, usually, if there's a connection involved, it's already a red flag, because
it's a red flag.
With no one coming to work lately, COVID, canceled flights, you're like, I don't like going the day before every show because that's such a production. Then you're there all night, then all day again. So decisions have to be made, but it's obviously private jets perk people's ears because it's one of those things that even if you're rich, it's out of your league. Like it's such
an excess. It's such an indulgence. It is time travel. Like the thing that's crazy about it is you go, I can't believe the show ended and now we're in the next city and it's only been 2 hours. Like it feels like you teleported. The thing about it is you go, you know, like you don't have to do it. It does make a tour like this possible. I will say this, you know, we don't do it like every leg of this tour, every flight or anything. The times on this tour that we've done commercial travel, 90% of them have come with an issue, meaning like delays, cancellations. It has. So every time we do it, we're like, oh my God, we're so much more appreciative of when we have been able to charter because it has screwed up almost every leg of travel that we've done with it, you know?
Oh yeah. You got to come in early then because you can't trust commercial. Yeah. And so you have a job to do. I heard that early on when Louis C.K. first did a Citation 10, like, okay, I got to do this. And so we do 3 dates. So the first date would just pay for the jet and then do the next 2 dates. That's how different it is. And in terms of your health and wellness, when you're touring like you are, like more than 200 dates a year, the multiple flights in the hotel, you could beat the shit out of yourself. Like it's not.
It does. I mean, we do that travel, which obviously like makes it nicer. I bring a trainer with me, dude. I bring a trainer with me because it's trying to just keep your mental and physical health going. Yeah, it's fucking so demanding.
It's just not. It shouldn't be allowable if you have the means to have a trainer and eat well and actually do the tour and end up not hurting your health. You know, it's people kind of ignore that. But why am I doing this if I'm going to end up coming back home and have gained all this weight and have migraines or whatever? So I'm glad to hear that you're pacing it that way.
And I've done that, you know, like in my earlier years, my touring, which was not at this level, was me gaining 30 pounds in a year and feeling like shit all the time.
Because you're eating at every airport and eating and, you know, and if you can control that. Plus, you know, the bottom line is, for me, I'm sure you guys too, you owe the audience a good show and you need to be present. It's harder than it seems to sit there and do your hour or over an hour, whatever, and go. It's like a play. You have to remember all the connective tissue and everything, and it has to flow. And if you're out of it a little bit, sometimes you're missing beats and just off rhythm, and they pay the price. So they're paying a lot. They're coming out. They're getting babysitters. You're like, shit, I got to get there on time. I got to be ready. I got to look okay. And I think everyone feels that. So whatever it takes. Yeah, you got to try.
You got to try, man. And I always like, you know, I don't know if you ever do this, but like you're backstage and maybe you're worn out. You're just dragging. You're like, man, it's the fucking 7th show this week and 4th city. And I'm like, God damn it. And I'll be on my phone and I'll pull up. And this is like, I guess the upside to seeing a social media thing. I'll see things I'm tagged in and you see people
in the audience.
Yeah.
And then I see that and I'm like, oh man, they're like so pumped to be here. And it completely changes my mental state before I go. I'm like, you know what? These people are excited. I need to get excited. I need to like wake up and appreciate the fact that there's people here and like try to have a good show. But it's easy to fall into the other side, you know?
Yeah. I call it the forget to have fun problem. And if you forget to have fun and you're out there and it's not feeling right and you go, oh, I forgot to have fun.
Do you have a trick? Do you have a, like, I used to like, I always say that the best version of myself as a comedian, and this is a very simple way of describing it, but I think it's that when I walk on stage in a silly mood, like me feeling silly is the best version of stand-up that I can be. But what I forget sometimes is to remind myself of that and to like and I'll sometimes I'll see an image, and for me and my own memories, it's for some reason it's seeing Eddie Murphy in his early days, like in Delirious and stuff, because I feel like that's a fun, silly guy. So like if I see that image, I'll be like, oh, that guy's like having fun. He's having a good time. He's playful.
Yes.
So I always wonder like what other people do to switch into a different headspace. Do you ever do anything to like switch your headspace?
Well, the minute I come out, I probably make a fool of myself, but I put on Suspicious Minds normally by Elvis Presley, and that it seems so absurd and doesn't make any sense, and I'm coming out to that. I try to get into the absurdity of what I'm doing up there, but the first laugh kind of gets me going, but I've got, in the olden days when you're first doing stand-up, you're going, God, I don't feel funny today. I don't feel very funny. You're very superstitious. And later on you go, you can be sick. You don't feel funny at all. And then have your best show. So you get used to it, but yeah.
Dane and I have a few questions about your podcast. You have your mom's house, correct? You have that's with your lovely wife.
With your lovely wife.
Yes, Christina P.
And who I know, and she's great. She was on Lights Out. Also, you have one with that guy. Who's that big guy?
Ooh. Big guy. Oh, real heavy guy.
Flirt, hurt. Fleisner.
Flirt was fun. And you met him years ago, and was that, you already had your first podcast? Was that going into doing a second one?
Yes. The funny thing was, we talked about it and we threw it together, and I thought we came up with the idea to do it twice a month. This was I was like, why don't we do this twice a month just for fun?
Sure.
And within a couple months, the feedback was like, people were so into it that we were like, all right, we got to do it every week. And now we do it every week. He has to fly here. I've flown to LA to do it. Yeah. If we can't get together, each one of us will sit with a guest to do it. But it's become a huge, huge podcast. And companies approach us and want us to be like their partners and things. And it's literally just the two of us just shooting the shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mostly him just rambling incoherently about his nonsense.
Well, it's a good team. I mean, when he had Sober October, I saw that episode, and it was just I think long term, if things are funny, it's great. But then also, you're kind of feeling a real thing happening between two friends.
We're good friends. I mean, yeah. I got him. We've been getting each other crazy birthday gifts for years now. I just got him Hitler's teacup, and I got him a bust made of himself, and we always.
I saw one of those in Sky Mall. They have Hitler's, a lot of Hitler stuff.
This one I had to go through a white supremacist. It was a lot of work.
Can I ask you about the video aspect? So did you always do it on video on YouTube, or did you ever do just an audio podcast?
Audio only for the first, 2010, 11, 12.
Wow. Ooh.
13. And then we started to do video, just we would put up 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know what that was. We did that in 2014. We were like, oh, here's 15 minutes of this.
Yeah.
From the show. And then we finally were like, we need to, we set up sticks, and we got that going. And that eventually became a huge game changer. Having it on YouTube is a huge.
Did you get the same amount of audio listens and then you got the additional, or was it even more audio listens?
It's evolved in different ways. So audio was obviously the only thing. And then you throw in video, you start getting views, but the audio is much bigger. And it was also still, from an advertising perspective, they're like, audio downloads are all that matters. When the video views started to go above a certain amount, is when people were like, okay, we can't ignore the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of views on this thing.
It's like a TV show.
They're like, it's worth advertising on, is what it came down to. And then, you had to convince, some of the people were like, well, that's just the same people. And you're like, what are you talking? You think people are listening to episode and then going and watching a 2-hour thing? What are you talking about? And then, they also would make the argument, well, we don't know how many, if you listen to a song on YouTube, if you watch the video of a song, you might watch it 6 times. They're like, what if people are doing that on your podcast? And you're like, you think they're rewatching this 2.5 hour podcast? So I would get in the shouting matches with advertising people about this, actual shouting matches.
And you do it.
I was fucking yelling at these people.
Yeah.
And then the year fucking changes, and they go, oh, hey, by the way, we wanted to inquire about advertising on the video portion. I'm like, yeah, you mean the thing I've been talking to you about for 2 years? And so that then became a thing that is highly valuable. And you just obviously you watch the bigger thing, you see a Rogan show when he was on on YouTube, you're like, look, man, there's 10 million people watching this. You don't think that's worthy? Like that's all those eyeballs, man. And I think now if you start a podcast,
and the clips go out. Clips is a big thing.
Clips is a huge thing. A lot of times, if you think about it, your fan base is going to consume the whole thing. Talking about the full like scope of people, most of them want to see a bite-sized thing. Like in our world here, we've had a number of clips go viral, but they're the clips. These like moments that blow up, but it would not have happened without video. Video is what took it over.
Yeah, and then you go into your ones I contacted you about when I heard that you were doing live shows. Such an interesting idea, and it was a huge success. And that was a pandemic was a smart move, and that was another game changer, right?
Kind of saved my ass, dude. Like, I mean. My main thing, obviously the podcast is a fixed thing and you go, okay, we have ads and
roughly we'll make this much.
Yeah. And everything associated with it. But you're like, I'm a touring comedian. And then when the pandemic hit and you're like, oh wait, there's none of this, like this is completely done. That was like, well, how do we do? And it was an experiment. My agent my touring agent was like, you should try this. I go, well, we have to figure out an angle. So we tried it and we're like, all right, we'll do $10 tickets. Like it's a reasonable price and we'll show things that you can't show on YouTube and we'll shoot some sketches. So we add some value to the show. Why? Like
that's the hard part, the value.
Yeah.
But then you go for $10, if you do 3 or 4 sketches and you show some stuff you can't see anywhere else and you bring in a guest and we had a musical guest, you're like, all right, this is like, it is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If this was a $10 ticket to walk into a venue, you'd be like, yeah, that's worth it. And that thing went fucking bananas. And so once we saw that, I told the, cause agents are always like, let's make it $20. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Well, I go, we keep it $10 tickets and we just try to just try to do volume. And we started to do them like every 6 or 8 weeks or something. And spending over $100,000 producing the episode. So it's not just like, oh, hey, here's my friend. Yeah, we actually put money into making it a special event and into production.
Just for a second, Tom, because I'm curious about details. Where was you have 2 studios? Where were you interviewing Tarantino? Because I love that interview, which was just recently on Quentin Tarantino. Is that your studio right there? Okay.
Did you get to the part where he roasted me for not reading his book?
No. Did he?
I like that.
I was impressed with your knowledge of Pulp Fiction. I mean, there was a lot of Pulp Fiction.
I really was like, I was asking all the questions I want to ask Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And he's there going like, I want to talk about this fucking book I wrote.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, hey, what page are you on? So I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no. And he's kind of intimidating.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, he goes, so you're on page 3? Is that what I'm getting out of this? And I was like,
if that. Dana, remember we did, because we're talking about SNL this whole time, we did Quentin Tarantino's Welcome Back, Kotter, that sketch. And it was, I got to play Horseshack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Kotter. And then it was, I guess John Travolta was the host. So he came in. Yeah, he came in and they shot up everyone. It was like a bloody sketch that got really bad really quick. But I don't think Quentin was on the show. I think it was only because it was John Travolta was on the show.
He was hanging out, he said. Yeah.
Okay.
He really has that like savant level knowledge of cinema to the point where you're like, I mean, like he is citing, the composer from this movie in '63 and the actor who also appeared in the thing. You're like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I like movies too.
I love movies, but yeah, he is the next level of next level. And the way you guys broke down that scene in Inglourious Bastards, the whole
I loved it.
American speaking German, that whole segment, and how he said a lot of times you'll see his scenes and there's a familiarity to them, but he's doing things and he's making them better than you've ever seen them done. And that was the case of it. And an original take on something we've seen, you know?
Yes. I love his movies. I love his movies.
Yeah, me too. I was hosting Jimmy Kimmel and he came out and I couldn't help it. I go, I love you. I was just like, I said, because I know you through your choices in your movies and I just appreciate your sense of humor, you know?
Yeah. So funny.
May I have another glass of your delicious milk? Christoph Waltz and Glorious Bastards.
Yeah, so good.
Listen, Tom's a Cincinnati native. I'm wrapping him up. Watch this, Dana.
Let me see.
My parents went to Denison, which is a college near Cincinnati. Or did you not know that? Don't Tarantino me. Denison is where they both went. You're not lighting up enough about that. You are part Cajun. Cajun man is from Cajun. You overdosed on GHB at 19.
Why is that in here?
Coma. Short coma.
Yeah.
A coma's terrifying.
It was 25 years ago last week. It was the day after Thanksgiving, 25 years ago. You know, it was the first time I was a freshman in college. I got together with all the people who are like back, you know, you're back home for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just was on a tear that night and I was drinking and I used to do GHB a lot. And the number one rule, they were like, you do not mix this with alcohol. That was the number one rule. They're like, have, you know, and I drank 10, 12, you know, screwdrivers. And then I just took a massive dose of it.
Oh,
but you lived, you also were last comic standing. And my quick question is that the kind where you lived in the house?
I never made it. I showcased on TV on the show, but they just showed me for a second. I didn't get passed on, even though I would not really, I'll just say, that was some bullshit. They were just casting that show.
Who won? And then who did you say when they won, they suck, they're dog shit?
I don't remember anybody I showcased with. I mean, it was all we were all unknowns.
Oh, yeah.
They literally were like, oh, put the short, chubby girl, get that tall Indian guy. Yeah. It was just casting.
Yeah.
Someone sent me an Instagram of you doing your bit where you end up yelling bikes. Because they knew I was going to interview you, and let's do it. It was hysterical. That whole piece is just
that. That is funny to me. That I mean, everybody has their most known bit, and for sure for me, it is bikes.
Yeah, scared straight. Yeah, little kids going to prison and getting browbeat by
every day of my life. They yell bikes.
Scared straight.
Do you actually do stand-up in Spanish?
Yes. I was supposed to do a special in Spanish. And then I started touring in Spanish. Because they were like, do a special. I was like, well, I got to work it out, man.
Wow. Hard.
If we're doing it in English and I do the show 200 times, I got to at least do 50, you know, in Spanish. And I probably did 6 weekends in Spanish. I did, you know, a Texas weekend. I did Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. I did Tempe. I did San Jose. And then the pandemic kind of just changed everything because that was when I was gearing up for it. Mm-hmm. And then by the time that resolved itself, it was the English tour was coming back and it was too much to try to do both.
Well, let me ask you a question. If the English language has certain rhythms that comedians use, you know, so she blew me or whatever, so bump, bump, bump. Do you have to adjust when you're doing the rhythms of Spanish?
I actually remember I did this show with Richard Villa. This is a very funny comedian who's bilingual, Mexican-American. And he was like, dude, he's like, you realize you're doing exactly Tom Segura that we know in English. He's like, you don't have to change anything. You're delivering exactly as you do in Spanish. And he was like, so you don't have to mess with anything.
He said she's a hot chick. She's caliente or you're but caliente is hot, right?
Oh, you're talking about if I'm saying it.
Saying it in Spanish, the syllables are more, and does that affect the rhythm?
But I'm saying the delivery, you can keep your delivery authentic.
Yeah, got it.
Because you hear singers.
Culture you learn, which is some some like they like innuendo, and they really like a wink and a nod. Some cultures do, which I was like, I don't want to do that. And they're like, watch, and you just see how much they love the double meaning, the double and that stuff. But I just didn't make it part of my act. I saw that like some audiences really like that, but I was like, I'm not going to embrace doing a different style.
So your brain because I'm not bilingual, you have your brain and you have your bit in your head and you just adjust it, and then you're just doing it all in Spanish.
Yeah, you start figuring out, at first your brain goes, translate this exactly. And that actually leads you into a place where you have gaps and there's things not getting laughs.
Okay.
Then what you have to do is you have to slow down and just start talking. And stop trying to translate exactly.
Yeah.
And that's when it starts to work more. And then you actually start writing in Spanish. And that's when it goes the best, is because you're not actually trying to make this thing work over here that worked over there. You're just creating for them.
Okay. So that makes sense to me. It's a beautiful language. I'm constantly trying to speak Spanish.
It's very hard
to people who work.
It was it was so much more work than I imagined. And I would say that the kind of cool thing is that I had not been that nervous to do stand-up in over a decade. In other words, I get, in English, sure, I get butterflies. You're like, you're about to go on stage and you might have some nerves. But the way that I would feel before I went on stage for these Spanish shows was like year 2 of stand-up. So that was exciting because I was in a full panic of like, I might fuck this up. I might bomb. I might not. Like, that was kind of exciting. I was like, man, I never feel like this in English anymore.
Did the audience knows you're doing that? It's so-called your second language, your other language. Were they just, did you get a standing ovation just for the sheer effort of it?
Sometimes, yes. Yeah, they would be. And you'd see a lot of like fans of mine who are bilingual, like they're the children of immigrants. And so they're fans of me in English. They hear I'm doing the Spanish show and they're bringing their parents.
Because they understand. Yeah.
That would be happening too. That was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Well, Tom, thank you.
Well, that's all I wanted. I checked off all my questions.
Yeah.
Let me just say, Dana, it was an honor.
Yes, Tom, thank you so much. I don't know who that other guy was, but he seems really funny.
I was on Tom's podcast and we had a great time.
We did have a great time.
It was a blast, actually. And
I just want to say our guest today was Tom Segura, a funny young man. I can actually do a stand-up in Spanish or English. Did you know that, Ed? Muy bueno. Is that it?
Is that weird?
That's weird, wild stuff.
I was just doing that for your 14-year-old self, your 14-year-old.
That was awesome, man.
Oh,
thanks,
good.
Tom.
Will you guys, anytime you want to charter out here and podcast, we would love to have you,
Oh, I'll definitely come out.
You bought a steak one night in Austin.
That was good.
I want to be in that. I want to sit where Tarantino sat.
Listen, you have an open invite.
Yeah, that was. I did get chills when he kind of challenged you on the book. That would be intimidating. He's got so much energy and so much knowledge. He's such a funny, interesting character to listen to about film, man. But that shows you. I had him on Kimmel, and you have 3 minutes commercial break. I was the guest host, and then you sit there for an hour and really get into stuff. So podcasting is an extraordinary, for me, new development in the way of being authentic, and it's so much cooler and more fun than the band and the audience, which is great too. It's a big rock and roll moment, but it's like 3 minutes in, you got to get to a commercial and stuff. This is awesome. So anyway,
come out to Austin, man.
I will. There's a nonstop direct if I don't fly.
Yeah,
private.
Go, Dana. Stop being like this.
I will go out and do it if we can have a dinner afterwards, because I kind of want to pick your brain about what you know, because I still am trying to learn this whole world, analytics and stuff. And
I feel like we just set a date.
Yeah, we sort of did.
Yeah, I can eat anything, so you're fit now. We get your trainer, your chef, maybe cooks, and we just eat on the set. Or
we can't go to that meat store we went to.
2018 is when you came out for that special, and you'd lost weight and you had a cool jacket. You kind of were a rock star. That it switched there a little bit,
Yeah, and then the special 2 years later, I gained 20 pounds back.
Did you really? I didn't notice on the final one. Really?
On Ball Hog, I definitely gained about 20 pounds. 3 weeks ago, I shot a new special.
God damn, relax.
I was just so thankful that I weighed less than I've ever weighed in a special.
That's all. You don't have any jokes. You're like in a mirror, just like, check this out, guy.
But I think it's kind of nice if you can have a nice family and make a lot of money and be creatively fulfilled, and then also be really healthy and feel comfortable walking around on the planet. It's kind of a nice feeling. So, David, just a little pointer. All right,
I feel
Tom,
good and light. Bye, Tom.
Thanks for all the time, Tom. All
Bye,
right,
guys.
Hello, flies.
Come in. We're going to be more official now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm David Spade.
And I'm Dan Glarney. We have Andy Samberg, who's people have been asking about Andy to have him on because he's one of the greats of SNL that's been around. There's a certain pocket there that he had a great run on. Then he went to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And we talk about that. We talk about Hotel Transylvania. We talk about all his videos he did.
The process and how he got on Saturday Night Live. His experiences with Lauren. We asked him some questions. Maybe go some places you wouldn't expect.
Or you wouldn't like.
David had some nice rejoinders about the Vanity Fair party. And that's just a bonus part of the episode.
I do have a celebrity crush on Kate Blanchett. I will say that. You know,
Kate Blanchett.
Actress, yeah. She's great.
She
great
got
and everything.
Brad Pitt in a headlock at the Oscars backstage. I heard.
We'll expand on that lie.
But Adam Samberg, very friendly, nice guy, funny. We talk about Mark Wahlberg. We talk about Dick in a Box.
Yep. Talk about the Lonely Island stuff, Pop Star, the movie. And he's just got a lot going. And he was super fun, good mood.
Yep.
I loved it. I had a great time with him. He came in, a lot of people don't come in. He came in.
He came in.
And gambled with his health by being around two idiots. And great time. So here he is.
Andy
Samberg.
Adam Samberg. Oh, shit. Andy! I did it twice? Fuck
He
me.
did say.
All right.
He did say.
He said it happens all the time. Even his wife calls him Adam Samberg. Let's start over. Well, we'll just keep this, of course. I mistake Adam Samberg with Andy Samberg with Adam Sandler. Say that 3 times fast.
I mistake Adam Samberg.
No, Adam Sandler.
No, I know.
Andy Samberg 3 times.
Toy boat.
Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg. Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg.
We'll give away one joke. He said he got introduced. He was doing stand up, and they messed his name up so bad. They just introduced him as Adam Sandler. And everyone, what the fuck?
Yeah. And he crushed as Sandler. What are you doing?
He did kind of the same thing where you were on the show, and then you went to a sitcom pretty quickly. Was it right the next season?
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And then it was just Mike Schur asked, and I was like, oh shit. I saw what he did with Polar, and I was like, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of went in.
Polar doesn't go down for anybody. I love Amy Poehler.
She doesn't what?
She doesn't go down for anybody.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just said it as a joke. She's powerful. She's a great comic.
No, when you leave the show, it's very scary. And then they said, which I used to say was, you get like one kind of free shot. Like if you jump off the show, they go, do you want to? Back then, it was a little more going on in that world. Like they said, do you want to do your own sitcom?
Oh yeah.
Like Pauly Shore got one. You get one, but it's very hard. It's riskier. And then Just Shoot Me was already shot. It was already at the upfronts, and they picked it. And then Laura San Giacomo was out there to announce it. And the night before, they pulled her and said, "It's just we need one more thing to this." So it was so weird. So I got to see the whole pilot.
Oh wow!
And then the guy was from Larry Sanders, which I loved, and the writer Steve Levitan. And then
never heard.
He said, "You want to add?
If we just add, you don't want to hear about him anymore."
That's wild. I had no idea about that.
Yeah. So I said, I got to see it, which has helped. And I go, oh, I'm coming from the most competitive, toughest, funniest people in the world. Not that they weren't funny, but they're all actors. And I go, oh, there's no one like me here. I had a Dana there, and I had everyone better than me. And I was
Thank you, David.
Yeah. And so no, I'm saying because he's great. And you go, wow, when I'm not in a room with Sandler, Rock, Farley, Mike Myers, Dana, and I go, these guys are just great actors and funny, but there's not one like me exactly. I could sort of jump out. George Siegel said it's 4 actors in a cartoon. That's what he used to say about me. And I go, thanks.
You were the Fonz. You guys, it was kind of cool. It's an observation.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. What was the name of yours again?
Just Shoot Me.
Just Shoot Me.
I'm sorry. You guys also you were the stars, you were the Fonzes, but you had an ensemble.
Yeah, that's
and
the
so
fun part.
that's not like hanging out in a movie. You can't do it. You can do it on live streaming now. If no one sees it, no one cares. But in those days, like movies, you're hung out there. But I thought those shows
people
were great.
see it, and it was like you and your experience. I think I did know you were. Is it CBS Radford, right?
Yeah.
That's where you shot it.
Same stage.
So you got into it, and you somewhat hesitantly, but you jumped in. You did your best because once you say yes to something, right?
Yeah, you got to try and make it good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you write on that? And you're going to be writing just casually, but were you officially writing?
I never was like in the room or had my name on a
Isn't
script.
that great though?
But weren't you able to go,
They
could
give
I
you
do
good
this?
stuff anyway, and it works anyway.
That's the craziest feeling coming from SNL is
Yes.
having someone hand you great jokes, and you're like, wait, I get to just have these, and then everyone thinks I thought of them.
And then they go, "How do we make these better for you?" You're like, what the
You're like,
fuck?
I don't know.
We were both stand-ups. That was a revolution for me. If Bonnie
Yeah.
Turner gave me, the church lady can say this, wow, awesome.
Yeah,
it's
true.
great.
It does happen at SNL. It takes a couple years before someone gives you a great joke, though.
Well, he
Right.
came out of the gate huge, and
Thank you, David.
It's true.
I think
This is
Andy
my favorite podcast.
had
so
to work a
far.
little bit, but you get on
No,
there.
he came out of the gate and revolutionized Saturday Night Live. But we can get to that thing.
We'll get to that because that's
In the live show, though, I did not come out of the gate strong.
But you revolutionized the thing, right? YouTube comes out, SNL's still going.
Yes.
And then you came in with your buddies and it went, boo, it went.
It was fortuitous timing, I
Yeah.
like to say, with the YouTube stuff. Because, you know,
Yeah.
it started with like Albert Brooks doing short films and McKay did short films. And it was like a long history of it at the show that we
Schiller
loved.
Vision.
Exactly. Schiller Vision's great. Even like the Eddie Murphy stuff
Mhm.
with doing like White Like Me, where he was like walking around town. Like there's always cool pre-tapes. We just were like, we're going to do them every week.
It's hard though.
SNL Digital even got a name.
Yeah.
It's like a exciting idea.
Yeah, and they it was the first one was Lazy Sunday, if I'm correct.
It was the first one people liked.
Do you think you blew up YouTube or YouTube blew you up?
I think we are responsible for YouTube, and they owe us a lot of
I think it
dough.
was sort of
I knew a guy
mutual.
who was trying to do YouTube and he was like 6 months late. He had all the technology there. He
Oh,
called-
he's going to do a YouTube.
Yeah,
Wow.
YouTube, and then YouTube came out, and then I was with him, and he was trying to think of a name. He had Grouper, and then a friend of mine renamed it Crackle, and Sony bought it.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
But YouTube is such a perfect name, like DocuSign. You have to sign documents. I own DocuSign stock. Sorry, I shouldn't be promoting my portfolio.
I mean, I interact with DocuSign a lot.
I do too.
I think I love you. You know that
Danny gets
Andy,
a penny.
I eat a penny. What?
No, you get a penny every time someone signs something.
Does an angel get his wings? No, I do. So YouTube was only out about 6 months, right? Or
Yeah,
maybe
that sounds about right. I mean, we hadn't heard of it until someone told us they just watched Lazy Sunday on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And then we were like, what's that? And then we realized, oh, someone finally thought of an actual good layout for streaming videos. Because there had been tons of websites trying to do it.
yeah.
And especially like comedy shorts and like that kind of thing. And we would submit to websites, our Lonely Island stuff that we
This
were
is
making.
before us.
Before SNL, yeah. And we had our own website that we like somehow finagled server space on, you know,
Because
to,
it's
to
right,
run. But
right
Fucking
around
server
broadband was
space.
starting
something
to come
like
in,
that.
right?
I don't know.
Already lost
Broadband,
me.
I heard, was starting to come in.
Yeah,
so then
there
YouTube
was-
it was perfect timing.
Yeah, and you got to keep, you know, they just eradicated measles. But we heard of YouTube, and then like the next
Yeah.
week put all our videos on YouTube because we were like, oh, this is the best version of it.
Shovel
Yeah.
them on there.
Yeah, it finally
You
works.
found a spot.
Yeah.
You and I just want to get the pronunciations right.
It's Andy. By the way,
I set him up.
Andy's name, your name was David.
I want to say
Listen to this thing. This is what someone told me. Look, his name was Andy.
Somebody told him
And
that.
they called him David. No, his name was David. And my brother's name is Andy. And my name's David. You can't make this. Yeah, you could. You
you
could
can't
make it.
Was
make
your
it
friend,
up.
was the person who told you Wick,
Adam Sandberg?
last name Apedia?
Yeah, it was Wikipedia. It was printed out. But I know about you. I just didn't know that.
That's
a
okay, but your
tidbit.
bandmates from 8th grade.
it's a little
Akiva.
smaller than a tidbit.
Akiva, Schaefer, and Yorma.
And Yorma Taccone.
Jeez, talk about
Akiva
Wikipedia
Schaefer,
over here.
Yorma,
Yeah.
Tacomi.
Taccone, yeah, with
him
N's.
too.
But it's his fault for having that name. Like people, yeah.
Well, I was Dana Garney for years, and no one ever got it right.
You were what?
Dana Garney. I was
Dana
introduced-
Garney?
No one
the
knew
guy
his
who
name.
who's up next to stand up.
Well, by the way,
Dana Garney.
I've been.
Oh, you must have been.
I'm Adam. Everyone thinks I'm Adam because of Sandler.
Oh yeah.
Even
Like,
your
hey,
wife.
Adam Sandberg.
Oh right,
Sometimes
it's
Andy
too
Sandler.
close.
Andy
Yeah.
One time
Sandler.
I was doing stand up before I got SNL, and someone literally introduced me as Adam Sandler. And everyone went, "Ah!" And then I walked out. I was like, no. That's not my name. I'm so sorry. I also like him.
No,
I got
he's here too.
introduced as David Bowie once. David?
I got introduced. Here's my one they mess up.
David Bowie.
I go to the Improv a couple times a week just to give them a little treat, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Give him
when
a
I go
taste
on,
of the magic.
They go, "What do you want to say?" And they go, "I go, just say," because the last movie on Netflix was The Wrong Missy. I go, "Just say The Wrong Missy and some other shit." And they go, "Got it." And they go, "This guy was in The Right Matilda, The Quiet." And I go, "Why is that one so hard?" They say it wrong every single time. You say it wrong too.
I came up during the Rough and Tumble Club days. My biggest intro from Tony DePaul, the Holy City Zoo, and I'm a nervous stand-up. Here he is, Dana Garney, the man who invented the blowjob. That was the first one. that was it.
And you're like, I didn't ask him to say that.
That's a great
Or
one.
he'd say, some people think he's funny. I don't know about that. You know, it was Rough and Tumble.
Yep.
40-seater.
They're trying to nag you on the way up.
40-seater. And then Rob Williams would come in. I just want to play, and he'd do like 3 hours.
I'm going back to Brooklyn.
I want to go back
Because
to
listen to this Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing, because he got it for an Emmy. I think he won an Emmy.
2 Golden Globes. Who
Globies.
does his homework?
Oh,
I got some Globies. Back when that meant something, you know?
sure. Do you want to hear people say, don't
Yeah.
ever talk about yourself on the podcast, but guess what? So here's what's going to happen.
All right,
So
it's in
I'm in the
5
audience,
minutes
and
of
they
David
go,
right now.
Golden Globe. By the way, we're back in fucking Azusa. You know, they keep the people from TV, the Golden Globes on TV. Tom Cruise is up front. I'm on the third deck where I have to take 2 elevators to get to the stage. They know I'm not going to win. So, and a
It's
trolley.
nighttime, so you're having
so
a
I'm
little
back there,
cocktail.
and they go, but it was a harder supporting category. It was against Don Cheadle. It was against every supporting category on TV
what was
and
the
movies.
category?
Supporting in anything.
For your show.
Yeah,
Okay.
for just
I got
shooting.
it. Got it.
So I'm up against Gregory Peck, Don Cheadle, a guy from
Seriously,
ER.
Gregory
It's
Peck.
drama, comedy, everything. So
Yeah.
I already won because I just got that far.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
so they go,
No, but seriously, Gregory Peck, that's
yeah,
not a
he
joke.
beat me. Yeah.
Fuck.
He did 90 seconds in Moby Dick, and he goes, I can't believe I'm getting it.
I'm
Award for
kissing
90 seconds.
bigger
I'm like, no
lips than
fucking
more.
shit.
Gregory Peck.
I slugged out 148 episodes. Anyway, and then at the
Who
Emmys,
the
they
fuck
go like
is
this.
David Spade? I'm Gregory Peck. Sorry.
That's spot
I threw
on.
it out
People
there.
As,
that
as
don't
I
even-
know Peck, that sounds like
Yeah, that's Peck. Everyone listening is going, it's not close enough to an old
I
person.
met him once, so what happens?
So at the Emmys, they go like this. This is supporting in comedy, and they go, David Hyde Pierce. And if you saw the slow motion of my shoulders go up, and I went back down, and then went for an applause, and I
Yeah.
was like, did anyone fucking see that false start?
Yes.
And it's like everyone saw it.
I do feel like I like it when people react negatively when they don't win.
It's real.
I feel like you can do it and everyone will think it's funny, but also you can just be honest about that. You're
I would
bummed.
just mouth, what the fuck?
yeah, what the fuck?
At least you're doing something comedy.
How many times were you nominated? You won twice.
I was for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
That was the only nomination and win was the show and me that year, and then never again nominated.
That's weird.
Yes,
Politics.
Why were you
and-
bad after that?
I just didn't care.
As I poured.
You- Your nickname was Phone It In on the set, I
Yeah.
heard.
I just didn't care. So
yeah.
you won. You go, what
On the
else?
call
What are we
sheet,
doing?
it
What are we
says
still
phone
doing
it in.
It
here?
just turned into a paycheck. I was like,
I like
fuck
when
this
you-
and everything about
Have
it.
you seen these shows like you notice the Emmys because they sort of lost a little bit over the years, but let's say it's still
you think?
exciting. So they win something, and someone that wins on a show or a comedy, and then the next year they get canceled, and you go, that's a mind fuck. Like you just won. You go, at least we have a little job security here.
You're talking about the show got canceled.
It's like the show,
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
wins or the show wins, and then the show gets canceled, and you go, what happened in that?
Be like, I guess it wasn't good.
Right, you go, I'm not.
Yeah.
Not only are we not up for one, now we're canceled 1 year later.
Do you think they like hide that Emmy in the closet and like shame it?
It's sad. Yeah, I would take it out on
Yell
the
at
Emmy.
it.
Oh, you happy, Emmy?
You happy?
You ain't all that, Emmy.
You got the Emmy curse.
Stay in there.
There's a little Nicolas Cage sneaking in there for your fans. Wow.
Oh yeah.
We can talk plenty about that.
We can talk about that. It's hard to go. You have so much, but the cool thing is you did 152 episodes. Your first kind of thing. I do my homework.
I love it.
I went to state school.
I didn't know that I did 152
I'm
episodes.
a Bay Area guy like you, so
I know, that's
I throw
true.
down for you.
But not anymore. Do you still stay up there?
I have a house up there,
In what area? We don't have to
Marin
use this.
County.
Oh, I love Marin.
That's stunning.
What's the address
My
again?
wife grew up there. We can do a little childhood stuff for a sec. So, what town did you grow up in?
In Berkeley.
Oh,
Well,
I
you look
was-
so disappointed.
love Berkeley. Used to go to the track meets there. My first stand-up set was on Telegraph Avenue at
Are you
the
serious?
La Salamandra Cafe.
Oh, that rules.
Hippie
He's
place.
hating this. He's
So were you kind
hating
of raised like a hippie, or just
yeah, a little
jump
bit.
in here?
A little bit.
What? How many kids? Just you were the only one?
I have 2 older sisters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Baby Andy.
Sandberg's got cool hair, which always infuriated me, but
Do you think I do right now?
it's pretty cool still. Yeah.
Sick. I was
No, you're
feeling-
good looking, dude.
Hair, you have hair and you have a jaw.
Yeah.
You guys, this is
I need
making
a
me
lot
feel
of
good.
work up here, and I even Burt Lancaster told me, "How can you be a movie star? You've got no chin." That was a quote from Burt Lancaster to me.
What does he gain by saying that to you?
Exactly.
He got mad because
He was a dick back. Wow.
I jumped out of my chair so he could sit in my chair. He was 73.
Yeah.
And he's coming over. I jumped out. He thought I patronized him. You motherfucker. Don't
Where
you
was this?
jump out of a chair for me again. This was Tough Guys. Year before I got SNL, I played the parole officer with Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
You know, when I beat Greta Thunberg at the Emmys, she goes, "How dare you?"
good one. How dare
I swung
you?
back for that weak joke. But go ahead.
How dare
it was a good.
you.
It was worth it.
Who's going to be married to that woman? How dare you not clean your plate? How dare you? We're
She doesn't have to get married to find happiness. I just want to point
That's
that out.
true.
Did you have it like an artistic childhood, and was there stuff going on in the house or with your mom and dad, or how did you and your 8th grade buddies get so into comedy?
We just were. I don't know. Does
You just
that?
met these guys like soulmates, right? And
Yeah, actually, I like just found a letter I wrote myself. It was like a 3rd grade exercise when I was 8, where they're like, write a letter to yourself what you think you'll be in 20 years. My mom just sent this to me
Wow.
from the basement,
interesting.
and it was like, I'm going to be a famous comedian, and I'll be married, and I'm going to have 2 kids, and I was just like, oh shit, it's all exactly what happened.
How cool.
wow,
That's
how
pretty
old
cool.
were you?
8. I don't know why. Honestly, it started. Not to blow smoke, but I used to sneak into the TV room in our house and watch the Saturday night's main event, the WWF wrestling thing. And it was only on once a month.
He wasn't on that.
And every other time it wasn't on, it was SNL.
Ah.
So by accident, I started watching SNL because I was like, oh, it's not on, but what's this? And it was right when it was your first cast. And that's when I got into the show.
So you were like 12 or something, or 10, 12.
I mean, honestly, I might have been like 8.
Fucking
Trying to
shit.
think.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm 44.
I'm glad it didn't
Dana's
fuck up. So I didn't make you want to quit. Like
One.
that guy's
No,
such
I was
a
like, you
dick.
can do this. This is allowed. I want to be
know.
like that guy. I'm pointing at you right now for people because you can't see
Yeah.
us, but I'm pointing right at you, Dana.
We can never forget that. I mean, it'll hit me sometimes if you're up there in a costume on a stage somewhere doing something. You go, This is my job, really.
It's the greatest.
Also,
Right
somebody's
now, I'm
watching.
working.
I mean, you guys probably grew up watching SNL.
Yeah.
It probably
Oh,
wasn't
Possessed.
that different from how it was for me
It's
and
exact
my
same
For
cast.
me
We were
to
like-
run into Dan Aykroyd at the show
Yeah.
was just nerve wracking.
Yeah, and then he talks to you about his vodka for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to leave the show. Yeah. You talk about investing. He was an investor early on.
it's insane to bump in anyone from that original cast. It's crazy.
When they
They're
walk
the
in your
rock stars.
office, you ever seen them walk
Yes.
around the offices? And Aykroyd came in, knock, knock.
I
All right,
know.
sir. Fair enough, sir.
That's right.
He's good about it too. Aykroyd's very like, I liked what you did. That was
Yeah,
very
he-
funny. And you're like, holy shit, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Every
Yes.
time I run into him, he goes, the church lady was kind of, sir, it was sort of a perfect comic character. If I see him at the 50th, I'm waiting for it. I go, hey, Dan, what about the,
Did you go to the 40th?
I was at the 40th.
yeah.
Fun, right?
I did a video with Sandler. We did the thing about everyone breaking.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
they put it in Shit Can Alley, but it played well online.
Shit Can Alley.
You mean
first
in
of all,
in
that
the
should
stage?
be your next musical video. Shit Can Alley.
Do you mean you presented it from a bad spot on the stage?
No, I did not make that up. People used to talk about at the table read if you were in the second half of the read,
Right.
in the middle of the second half, that's Shit Can Alley where nothing plays because
I never
everyone's
heard that. I love
exhausted.
it.
Yeah.
And then once everyone knows there's one or two left, they laugh again.
Yeah, it's
And
not
so-
bad to be the
But you and
very
Sandler,
end.
it got
Yeah.
on, right? Of course.
It aired and it played well, but it was like people were partying already and drinking and walking
I think
around.
Mike and I went on last, didn't we? Wayne's World.
Were you dead last?
I thought we were dead last.
That's great. Well, see, but that's a good spot.
Then they're
I said
waking
we
up
should
going, it's almost
close
over. Yeah.
I said we should
Yes.
be either really angry or really flattered. I said that to Mike right before he went out.
I think probably a little of both.
It worked out.
You know, it was interesting. I probably shouldn't say this.
Say anything you want to me or David.
It was such a comedy room, and people are so fucking like SNL competitive that like the monologue opening thing was Timberlake and Fallon
Yes.
doing like SNL through the years, and it was like a full on crowd pleasing showstopper.
Yeah.
and half the room was kind of like arms crossed, like. And I was like,
crossed, negative
Jesus,
energy.
I don't want anything I do to air in this room.
We're all wounded little clowns.
Yes.
If he does good, then I don't do
Yes,
good.
and everyone at home was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever
Dude,
seen."
I was doing bye-bye and Jane Curtin was yelling, fuck you, to me from the front row.
Yeah, take your own advice and
Jane
skedaddle.
Curtin of all nice
Jane
people.
Curtin was cool.
She's wonderful.
You're gonna. Will you be at the 50th? We ask everybody.
If I'm invited, I gotta go, right?
You're
Okay.
gonna be invited.
You never know
Well,
at this
let's-
point.
we'll-
I heard there's no plus ones.
That's always weird.
So my wife's not coming.
Wait,
that won't go down well.
I heard there's no plus
you
ones.
know, you weren't at Vanity Fair the other night, right?
I didn't go because of the knee.
Oh, the knee.
I
That's
just
right.
want you to know I was invited, though.
Oh yeah, Dana, this Vanity Fair thing. I should have brought fucking Dana. Oh, I couldn't.
I was
That's the point.
invited
I couldn't
for-
bring anyone.
I was
You-
invited for 25 years, never went. So finally, they stopped inviting me.
Oh, got it.
For people
Well,
at
you can
home,
still go now.
they hear about that Vanity Fair party, like the Oscar party, right?
Yeah.
So there's one at Gaio's
Huge.
after that, which is really fun, and that's at least I know him, so it's easier. But Vanity Fair, it's not an audition, but you just hear when if you want to go to the Vanity Fair. I always thought I was always invited, and then one year I go, hey, I didn't hear about that Vanity Fair. I think I want to go to that and bring my buddy, and they go, it's just so tricky this year. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what does that mean? They're like, I can't go, and they're like, it's not that. It's just that you can't right now. And I'm like, so it is that. And then, but for people listening, you see pictures of the Vanity Fair party, but it's a fun party, but they stagger you.
Yes.
So you either go like Apatow. I didn't know anyone, and I got no plus one. And I said, I think I'm going to go. I get home from my shows. I just want to go at least do something. I can't stay all the way awake till a guy's party, but I go, I'll just go to this one. Oh, wait, what's my time?
Yes.
And so
it gets a little sweaty.
I got 9:30, which is pretty good.
9:30 is
Listen,
not bad.
This is all embarrassing,
It's the
Dana.
cool group.
It's cool kids. And they go, you're right between Gigi Hadid and Harvey Weinstein. You know? So
They let him out. Just they furloughed him.
he's
Just-
there. I'm like, this is the
year?
only thing you get out
It's
for?
cruel and
Oh, wow.
unusual not to let
Yeah.
that man go to that party.
So I
and
go
then they put him right back in.
embarrassingly.
Tracks.
But 9:30 is not bad. One year I got midnight and no plus one. I didn't go. Too embarrassing. Too
Well, now you
embarrassing.
got Fly on the
That's
Wall,
rough.
so it's a hit podcast.
No, they know that this is it's
so you're going to be. But back to our guest.
No,
We
I want
gotta
to tell him
finish
because
up.
I want to say
this
because
is
he's
what
done
people
this.
wanna
It's
hear about, I
embarrassing
think.
that when you go and you go you get out by yourself, and I hit Apatow and I say, "Are you there?" And he goes, "Oh, I got here at 5." I go, 5. He went at
sound-
5.
what, do
He
you have a head
He
cold?
went to. How does he sound?
Do it again.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Everyone has a little Apatow.
You
Say-
cop an attitude and just say the name.
that thing we
I'm Judd Apatow. How you guys doing? I'm Judd
Samberg, I thought I
Apatow.
was saying that's
That's
pretty
way
funny what you did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he does say that. He does
Yeah.
say that's funny a lot.
So anyway,
Very generous.
I get there,
He
I
is
go to the press
generous.
line. All the I hit right when all the models hit, and they're all 50 feet tall. And I go, "Can I just cut in front of you guys and just?" And they're like, "Is someone talking?" And so I go. I remember I went up to Jessica Alba. I go, "Oh, I thought you were Nancy Pelosi." That was my joke to her.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Fuck you." And I go, "No, she's right behind you." And I go, because it's funny. Because one time she kicked me in the ass at the Golden Globes, and she said, "Hey, Fats." And I turned around. I don't even know her.
Nancy Pelosi?
No,
I know. I'm sorry. I knew.
That's
I knew.
funny. And I fell for it.
Hey, Fats. Can I do my
No, I saw Nancy Pelosi at Wendy's once. No. I tried to get you back.
Nancy
I bought it.
Pelosi always looks like she just sat on something cold and wet.
That's not.
Sorry, that's my Nancy Pelosi joke. We'll finish this.
No, there's no story. I was just saying it's
on.
embarrassing, and I went there, and that was it, I guess.
So
Just-
Wait, why did
okay.
Alba call you fats?
She did because she thought it was funny, and I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
If you really were fat, that would be insensitive.
Yeah, I didn't care though. It was back in the Dark Angel days.
Oh,
So I
we're talking.
didn't-
We're talking Dark Angel
That's
era,
when
Alba?
that's when I used to get to go to the Golden Globes.
Oh, yeah.
so this time,
We're talking that?
I was just getting her back because sometimes if I see her, she says something like that. So
Understood. You guys have kind of like a.
she was funny, yeah. So
You
it
have
was,
carpet rapport.
It was nothing mean. It was just
Yeah.
being stupid.
Carpet rapport. You're
That
right.
is a thing that if you go to a lot of award shows and award show parties, you do start having like award season friends that you only see at events.
Only,
and
yeah.
it's a very strange phenomenon. You're like, hey, but then you like,
and you never see him again.
you're never like, we should exchange numbers.
You want to hear something weird
No,
for
you
10
just see him
seconds?
at the next
Just see
party.
them at that.
I
yeah.
went in 91, I think, because of Wayne's World. So I look over, I say, I think it's Juliette Lewis.
We'll put it in later.
Hey, thanks. Pretty I see Juliette Lewis and Brad Pitt. I think it was her.
Oh, when they were dating, yeah.
I see them off the side, and I can see that they're talking to each other, whether they should come over and talk to me.
Oh, that's
Like
nice.
nervously
Nice.
coming over.
And did they?
I go, we're just going to leave now. And he goes, that's a good plan. Like that plan. Let's face it, man. I'm a goddamn has-been. Sorry. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
That was Brad Pitt.
Really good.
11
You were
times.
in that, right? Yeah, neither.
No.
11 times. What I'm interested in right now
Say hello to your
about
mother
this
for me.
podcast,
shit.
I'm interested in Andy and
Yes.
his buddies. They make their thing, and then they come to SNL, and your first boom, and then you did come up with Lazy Sunday at SNL.
Yeah.
So walk me through that process? You meet Lauren, you tell him what was your first meeting with Lauren or the writers? What was that
Well,
vibe?
we got the show actually because we were writing on the MTV Movie Awards and Fallon hosted. So I do owe a great deal to Fallon. He
Hey, we're doing that.
says, oh my God, what's up, man?
I know he's awesome. we love him.
I did him
love
in
Fallon.
my audition because I knew he did Sandler in his, and it was very winky.
Oh, wow.
What was your take on Fallon?
It was Jimmy Fallon at a funeral. It's like, oh my God, it's so sad, right? Oh, I'm so sad. Yeah, what a tragedy.
Anyway, here's our next album.
I just took him to the nth. Was like, but yeah, he's
But yes, he was great, and he was super great to us, and we got some stuff in the show, and he and Higgins and Shoemaker were there for people
I'm
who don't
Steve
know
Higgins.
who were SNL producers and a bunch of the writers, and we kind of hit it off with everybody. So they were like, "You guys should audition." So
how did
I
you audition?
Yeah, what do you do?
Were you Andy Samberg or with your buddies or?
I did a solo, and I had been doing stand up for like 5 or 6 years, 7 years.
Really?
On and
I
off.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where were you playing mostly?
Well, I started off, I was going to NYU for a couple of years, and I started doing just bringer shows in New York. So like Cellar and Boston Comedy Club when it was called
classics,
that,
right.
and Gotham, all those kinds of places. And then I moved out here, and like the best I ever got to was doing a couple of shows here and there at the Improv. And then I did Premium Blend on Comedy Central. That was kind of the
That was a
high watermark for me in
yeah,
the
that's a good
stand-up.
one.
Okay.
But so I did some of that stuff, and then they were like, "But you need characters and impressions," and I was like, "I don't have." So
You didn't really?
not really. We just made up a bunch of shit like the weeks leading up to it, and those guys helped me, Keeve and Yorm, and it went well. So they said you need to come back, and then they also had Yorm audition, and Keeve did a meeting with Lauren, and we all submitted a writing packet together.
All three writing,
Yeah.
and you got the feature performer.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got hired as writers.
They're
and we,
writers.
like it was a crazy dream where all of a sudden
But
we
I'll
were
have
like,
3 of you guys to get on is very
Well, to come
tough.
in with
Bonkers.
your buddies from 8th grade, and now we're all on Saturday Night Live.
And we had already been, I mean, we'd known each other a long time, so we had shorthand and we trusted each other. But it was also like we had spent the last 5 years in LA making stuff. So we had kind of a rhythm of what we were
Yeah.
doing already.
And a TV show on YouTube, basically. Or-
Kind of, yeah. I mean, people didn't really know about it the same way they do now, but it was the same thing in that we had gotten a lot of the bad stuff out of our system.
Well,
You
you
got to
know.
practice.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is that, and for young people today, it just I say, well, just do a YouTube channel, do this and that. And then you get 2 views or 5. And then you read about someone else with, Rihanna has 500 million. And to keep yourself going, you guys obviously just loved it, even though it wasn't getting tremendous traction.
No, it was also just a different time. Like YouTube really didn't exist yet when we were doing it.
So you didn't have that compare and despair thing.
For us, it was like, let's just make stuff until we feel like we're good and it'll work itself out one way or another. But we never thought we'd get SNL. That was like my big only dream. And I was
just
like,
Fallon saw something.
I even went and like did the Groundlings like intro audition for the classes and stuff and just tanked it. I just wanted it too bad, I was like, my brain went in a million different places.
Isn't that the tough part of show is try not to try, because whenever you push, it never works, and yet you want to be present. It's trying to catch the wind. It's always there, but isn't it great when you're in the pocket and you don't give a fuck?
Yeah.
Like by year, I don't know, what year did you kind of go, I'm not nervous on stage, I'm relaxed? Was it right away, or was it? No. It took me like, I think 80 shows.
I think it was probably by like year 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's once you feel like you're not going to get fired.
Yeah.
I think is truly it. And then you get genuinely loose, and then people relax because you're relaxed.
Did you get picked up every year where it was like pretty much on? Because I had to go home in May, and he wouldn't decide.
Yeah,
so
you guys had a crazy stretch.
I had to check out of my apartment. I had to get out, and then
because the old guys, my team didn't leave. I stayed until '93.
Yeah.
So you overlapped, and that was a reason. But once we all cleared out, I think David had a pretty hot 2 years.
Yeah.
When you guys were all there at the same time, like the 2 different generations,
we were,
and you look at it, it's so rare in the history of the show where you look at both generations and it's fucking stacked in both.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part to me about when you guys were all
90
there
to 93. That I feel like that was the most loaded, because we had David and Farley and Sandler and Chris Rock, and they're coming up and doing stuff. Adam's getting the guitar, he's going. And then we had Phil Hartman and myself and Mike Myers.
Yeah. That's a lot of people making shit that like ended up on a t-shirt,
Yeah.
Well, we talked with Lauren about that, and it was like, if it's a team, you've got this guy can start or this guy can start. So we had Toonces the Cat, even with Jack Hannon.
Throwing Toonces.
But, even just like throwing deep thoughts.
Yeah.
Which was a constant on the show and
constant
super funny.
That always was.
And Mike would throw down a Sprockets or Wayne's World. Sandler would do Opera Man. It went, it got greatest hits every show practically. But anyway, enough about that era. This is called Dana and David.
No, I love it.
So I want to hear, if we can, tactily. You go in to Rockefeller Center.
Yes.
What are you feeling? And do you have a private meeting with Lauren or with the 3 of you, or what?
You mean when I got hired?
When you got hired, the first time you went and talked to Lauren.
They had me and Bill fly out.
Bill Hader?
Yes, sorry. Me and Bill Hader to fly out to, I'm told, to meet with Lauren. Be like, you auditioned twice. They're interested. They want you to come meet with Lauren. Me and Bill sit next to each other on a flight from LA to New York. Marcy Klein had already told him that me and him got the show.
Oh, wow. Cool.
No one told me. And Bill, bless his heart, pretended the entire flight that he didn't know, so he didn't be the one to tell me. He wanted me to have like my moment where I got to actually find out.
That's nice.
So the whole, he makes fun of me now because we talk all the time. He's like, you were like, oh man, I wonder if we're going to get it. Fucking idiot. I knew. But so we get there. He goes in for his meeting, which is just saying hi to Lauren because he knows he's got the show. Then I go in and I talk to Lauren, maybe 10 minutes. And it's Lauren, so he gives you nothing.
Mentions nothing about anything.
Was there anyone in the room?
No, just me and him.
He never stands up and leans over the table and goes, congratulations, you got the job.
Literally, I think
he cuts a cigar. Or here.
It's not like a real job.
If you want. Now, you must do a Lauren impression. It doesn't matter how good it is.
It's not good, but it's basically him being like, so do you think you'd be willing to cut your hair? I'm like,
willing to cut your hair?
It was really crazy long. I was like, oh yeah, I'll shave my head if you want, whatever you want. And I was like, on coke.
But that's basically. A very specific Lauren.
And he goes, and you think you could do this? You think you could live in New York? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've lived here before. I lived here for 2 years recently. He's like, okay, well, we're going to all go out to dinner, so you should come. And I was like, okay. And I walked out, and I looked around, and it was like Jen and Shookus were there, and I was like, and they were like, so? And I was like, I don't know. What happened? And they were like, you got it. So they were the ones who told me.
Official.
But Lauren never went like, we're hiring you. Those words never
Yeah.
came out of
I
his
never
mouth.
heard that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever does. Some lieutenant comes up and
Yes. And then
got this show.
and I mean, he like fell on the floor.
So
and
where did you go
started
to
crying.
dinner? Do you remember?
Orso.
And how many people were in that dinner? Because that's kind of a
It might have been Orso.
big thing to be invited.
Orso was a big one for Tuesday night dinners when I was
Yeah.
there.
I remember wherever we went, it was in that theater district area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was me and Bill and a few other people. And Conan was there at a different table. And they were like, "Oh, Conan, you should meet. These are going to be 2 new cast members." And I was just like, like
fun.
freaking the fuck out. We're like, my life just got so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool factor.
He would come
all
up to
over
us
the
and go,
place.
well, if it's not shitty, crappy, and cruddy.
Oh yeah, and being all tall too.
Yeah, so tall.
So
Shitty
alpha
crap.
dominating.
That's an animated show.
It's a funny one.
Shitty, crappy guy. Right
Did
after
you,
this
when you
thing.
did impressions, like you said, like I didn't really do impressions too many, but when
Yeah.
did they assign you one or say, hey, can you play this? Or did you do Marky Mark? 'Cause was a funny
That one, all my impressions happened on accident.
Yeah.
Like I think Emily Spivey and someone else were the first ones to be like, "Oh, we put you in this thing as Nick Cage," and I was like, "I don't do Nick Cage," but so I just worked on it, and it ended up being something I found out that I could kind of do. And Wahlberg, I was doing some bit with Jonah Hill. Actually, we were hanging out in the summertime, and he's like, "You kind of sound like Mark Wahlberg right now," and I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
anything to get on the fucking
Anything.
show." Yeah. So I tried that. And I wrote it with Steele.
But say hello
got
to
a great hook
your mother
with
for me
Wahlberg.
is the funniest thing to say.
Which character says that?
He does Wahlberg.
Oh,
You're with a
Wahlberg. I saw
donkey
him
or
talk
something.
to animals.
Yeah, he talks to animals. That was
Yeah.
Steele's idea.
But you found that rhythm, that hook, that
It's funny. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you're one of the greatest of all time at the impressions, and like I'm close with people also who are like Wig and Fred
Thank
and
you.
Bill. I mean, it's a whole other skill set, and I've never considered myself good at it. But there's like a few times in my life where I have found it, and I'm like, oh, this must be what it's like for them all
Fun,
the time.
though, yeah.
Like it is really fun
It
to
can
do
be
it,
hard.
and it becomes its own language and it becomes its own character. You know,
Well, that's the thing. It
fun part.
becomes a character. So I know many incredibly accurate impressionists that aren't intrinsically funny.
Yeah.
But since you're a comedian, when you did it, it was funny. And also it was accurate enough that it represented Mark Wahlberg.
Sure.
So it worked completely. How many times did you do that? It was kind of a hit.
I think
wasn't
only twice.
it? Really?
Yeah,
And you
that
did
was
it
what's
with you did it to Mark Wahlberg.
Well, he came on the show and to basically, he did a whole thing where he was like, I guess they had asked him about it and he said something negative, and then I think him and his team were like, oh, we don't want people thinking I'm being too much of a bummer about this. So he came on and like pretended like he was going to kick my ass.
Yes.
And it was very pleasant. It was totally fine. It was the episode that Palin was on too. It was a crazy
Oh,
episode.
big one. That's
Wow.
a score.
Yeah, your time was pretty heady, with
Yeah.
that election year and your bandmates, so to speak. It was
It was interesting for us. Every election, we were there for 2 election years, I think. And our joke was always like, oh, well, we're not going to have anything on the show this year because it became so political.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we just didn't really engage with that. We just wanted to make goofy shit. But now I think for everyone who works there now, that's just every year.
Yeah, it's
Just
nonstop.
politics, you mean?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it always has to be like about something and saying something and addressing what's happening. I think they have less opportunity to just do kind of weird ideas.
The world changed.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's probably going to change back. I mean, that's how it's historically happened.
I like acid humor the best. I like the silliness the best, if I have to
Yeah.
say, madness. And coming full circle back to you. So, Lazy Sunday and the Princess of Narnia, like, are you writing that when it's coming together? I'm just curious, like, that's your first SNL?
Is that the first one or not the first one?
That was
Or the second one.
We had made one short that aired before that called Lettuce, which was
Bomb. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, come on. Hey, David, that's kind of mean.
No, he's the one that
He's
said.
our guest. What are you talking about?
No, he said
But that was
it
as part of SNL, not
He
a
said-
pre-SNL.
No, it aired on SNL.
Okay.
It was a Will Forte idea that we did with him, and we shot it on like a home
Okay.
camera, and it aired, and we were like, "Holy shit, that aired!" And then Lazy Sunday was the second one that aired, but that wasn't until the Christmas episode of our first season.
Did you show it to Lauren when you got it completely finished?
No,
Ahead
I
of
think
time.
the first time he saw it, I think was at Dress.
And
Yeah.
I assume you guys knew you had a hit with that.
No,
one.
no.
It
We
felt
were-
irresistible to me. But
Once it aired, we were like, "Oh shit, this is." I think people really liked it,
The crowd liked it.
Yeah. Was a new feeling. And, you came out real hot. I don't really remember your beginning part, but I just remember
Thank you.
knowing that you were there and you were good.
No,
and
it was wormed in over time.
we had been there up till Christmas to that point, and we had gotten stuff on and we were getting along with everybody, but we weren't like, we're killing this,
Blowing up,
Yeah. So for us, it was still the mentality of, oh, it's going to air.
Yeah.
Like it was that.
Yeah.
It was still that early.
Yeah,
We're
you don't
like,
want to jinx it.
I think it's going to air. And then the crazy thing that happened with Lazy Sunday was what you brought up, was it all of a sudden became a news item because everyone was like, there's a website called YouTube. And then every article about it was a picture of me and Parnell.
Yes, you kind of represented YouTube in a way.
When you
Yes.
do this, do you say, does Shoemaker or someone say you should put a cast member in it with you? Or is that your idea?
What do you mean?
Like it's you and
Chris
Parnell.
Parnell.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the beginning, Keeve and Yorm shot one that was an idea that we all had when I was in LA for an off week taking generals.
Yeah.
Time well spent.
Take those generals.
Generals.
General meeting.
Yeah. And
You're just generals
and
now?
I came back and they had made something and I was like, oh shit, it's that idea. It's so funny. And we showed it to Shoemaker and Higgins and they were like, you guys just went and made this? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, do stuff like this for the show, but put the cast in it. That was literally what they said.
Yeah.
And
they'd say put the cast member because you're
Yeah.
too new.
So did Parnell,
Yes.
did you have to coach him at all? Because like if someone cast me in that, I don't know how you're double tracking to get, because it sounds like real rap. All of your stuff does to me.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So what do you double track? You put effects on it just has this muscularity.
Yeah.
to it.
We had been
I like
making songs for fun and we had shot a few music videos for them. That was like something we had sort of started doing before SNL. And we were like, oh yeah, we could try a song here. That might be fun. And we knew Parnell, quote unquote, rapped or frapped,
Okay.
frapped as we call it,
Yeah.
fake rapping, because he used to do it on Update. Like he did a thing, I think like Britney Spears one week was the musical guest and he like did a rap dedicated to Britney Spears
Love it.
that we thought was super funny. And
What a score for him to be in that though.
yeah, but it was also awesome for us because he was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Like
he's great.
as soon as it starts, you're like, oh my God, Parnell is
Yeah.
so in.
Yeah.
He dedicates his brain to it. Like him and Forte both have that weird like gene of a performer where like they will never break no matter what. Like they're so in it.
They're really serious.
Forte
And
is
there's like a slight psychosis to it that makes you laugh so hard because you can tell they're actually lunatics deep down and you love it.
there's something a little different.
Yeah,
Yes.
something's wrong.
Yes. And
Forte
so,
had his own lane. He did
my
some
God.
brilliant,
yes.
just only he could do.
I would say he probably, of everyone, and this is saying a lot because I loved almost everyone I worked with there at the table, he was the person I was always the most excited to see what he was going to do because it was always so weird.
He was so weird.
Yeah.
I remember the potato chip one where he came
potato
in and
chip's an
screamed.
all-timer.
I told him back then, and he goes, "You saw the potato chip one? I just watched it one night on television." And I go, "Yeah, it was." Comedians, we know where all the tricks are. We know, but to get surprised by another comedian and the
Yes.
commitment, then you have to just commit. But
And you give Lauren credit for seeing a weird bit and it even bombs miserably, and he goes, "Put it on."
Yeah.
And it takes balls to go, we're teaching the audience this is funny. We're not saying, oh, it didn't do as good. You just go, no,
Yeah.
this is
Lauren
what should be out
has
there.
that gear.
Agreed.
And can I Wayne's World Story?
Yeah.
When I sometimes do stuff that I don't explain. So anyway, I was doing Garth's making a mechanical hand. Hope you've seen the movie. But in my mind,
Come
the
on.
mechanical hand is going to strangle Rob Lowe.
Yes.
So Rob Lowe comes in before it's finished, so then I beat the shit out of it. So it's laying there at the previews. And I kind of liked it because it was my shtick, but I'm like, okay, I get it. You guys want to. And Lauren's like, it's one of those things, like 20 years from now, you're like glad it's there.
Yeah.
We kept it.
So Lauren does have that quirky side to him.
Isn't that We Fear Change? It's that moment,
Yes,
right?
yeah. We fear
I know the film.
God, I
Yeah.
love that.
What about,
How do you react to people coming up to you the way you would have come up to someone else?
Like to come up to you guys?
I can't believe I'm meeting Andy
That's nice.
Samberg, that at the
Yeah.
airport or whatever, and they're usually very sweet and stuff. It's an out of body experience, isn't it?
It's trippy. I mean, the first time it happens, you're like, fuck it, I did it,
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I always just think about and I truly, like, you guys are on this list. When I was a teenager or in my early 20s, if I saw someone from SNL in real life, I would lose my shit. So I try to always remember that I felt like that. And the idea that somebody could feel that way about me is super exciting.
It never quite hits you the same way, though. Like when I see Aykroyd or I saw Dana, those guys, it's never the same as when people see me. I go, oh, that's not that exciting. When they saw me, but I go, I see these guys. You know what I mean?
But you got to remember, like when it's whatever. Everyone says this about SNL, right? It's like when kids and teens are a certain age, that cast
you're in that pocket
is their cast, and it means way more to them than even the original cast, which feels impossible to us.
Movies too. When you
12
grew up on
and 13.
movies, you've seen Aykroyd after Blues Brothers and shit, and you go, oh my God.
But dude, Wayne's World and Tommy Boy are those for me. Yeah. Way more than Blues Brothers. Nothing against Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
It's just those were my years where I was like, holy shit, I can't believe that they're getting to do this. And it makes me feel like I have a place on earth. Like literally.
Because you want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Shit,
and I still quote those movies like every week.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can believe you remember We Fear Change.
Yeah,
Did Garth say that?
Garth said that.
We fear change.
We fear change.
Yeah. And then
what about this pop star movie?
Oh yeah.
I think I told that whole Vanity Fair story because Bieber was there. I think that's what I was leading up to.
Is that right?
And he was wearing a blanket. Remember that? He's wearing a poncho. Did you see that?
I wasn't there.
Let's look at a clip. Let's go to the phones.
Bieber, but it wasn't really a Bieber parody, but they marketed it as a Bieber parody.
I like Bieber as well. Yeah. And we met him a bunch of times at SNL. I'll say this.
Super talent. I mean,
obviously in that moment, it was like he was one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Of course. He still is. So we're making a movie about that world. So there are definitely jokes in it that are inspired by him. Like
sure. And you exaggerate a situation like he's a big pop star. What's the funniest version of everything doesn't mean it's about Bieber.
Correct.
It's about...
But there's also a lot of stuff about a lot of other people in it too. And then a lot of stuff we just kind of made up.
Yeah.
I will say this. Judd, who, bless his heart, is the reason we got to make that movie.
Oh, that's right. Judd did
fully produced it, fully ushered it, told us like, hey, if you guys wanted to make a movie like that, I'll produce it. And just gave us basically a free pass to make a movie. Yeah. I think he was in line with Universal more about making the marketing feel a little more Bieber leaning. And we were like, this is Judd. He doesn't fucking miss. So whatever you guys want to do. Sure. And then we ate shit at the box office. Ate a whole big pile of shit.
On a movie that's that is funny, though.
That's a very colorful way to put it.
But
I've been in a couple of stinkers.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't because of the marketing or the Bieber stuff. It was just like people didn't want to go to the theater for
but
it.
Also,
but now hasn't it found a
it
place?
Still.
Sorry, isn't it kind of a cult film in a way? Is that like the people who are going to love it are going to be quoting it and possessed by it? I'm assuming.
I mean, most of my favorite comedies didn't do well in theaters. Most. Wayne's World obviously is an exception. And you know, there's exceptions. There's Anchorman, which is one of my all-time favorites. That did really well. But generally speaking, you know, like we were kind of like riding Spinal Tap's coattails. And when it came out, I just kept reading stuff about how when Spinal Tap came out, it was in like 6 theaters or something. Yeah.
There was like Wet Hot American Summer. There's a bunch of ones.
Oh, Wet Hot
in Spinal Tap.
And
that's right.
Geez, you know my whole...
You were in Spinal Tap?
Andy Samberger is interviewing me today, and we're having I was in Spinal Tap, the mime waiter with Billy Crystal.
That's right. It's super funny.
Wow, how fun!
But to me, that movie was, to your point, that was sort of like, God, they could make a movie like that. It's like the first mock documentary. That I'd seen. Is like, this is so cool. It's won Haya.
Have you watched that movie anytime recently?
Maybe not in the last couple of years.
It's crazy how well it holds up. Like just the pace of it, and it doesn't seem like it's rushing at all.
Not pushing,
but it doesn't waste a second of your time. Like it's just like type bit. Every joke is funny, and they get out, and it moves, and the story makes sense, and you actually kind of care in the end.
We did.
Kevin Pollak and I talked like Christopher Guest for like 3 years. Every time we talked, and we actually played blackjack at Harrah's. We were playing. And we just did it going, talk like this. Well, I'll give you, I'm supposed to take your call. Do you want me to take your call? And try to do it is real enough that they maybe believe it. Sorry.
When I did Coneheads, put the applause. Thank you.
Coneheads,
with Michael McKean, I'd ask him on Spinal Tap. And Coneheads, after it came out, was probably better than Spinal Tap. Anyway.
Coneheads was great.
Yes. Coneheads had so many
funny people in it, and it never just gelled.
Well, I love
perfectly
anything
together.
where they're called cone heads and their heads look like cones.
It's perfect.
I always like that nail on the head.
Maybe it was too on the money.
I auditioned for Spinal Tap. You might find this interesting. I came into Rob Reiner and the whole cast. I'm auditioning.
You did?
Yeah, to play the drummer or something.
Great.
And then I go, this is nerve wracking. You guys are all friends, and I'm just walking in here. And so they all goes, oh, we get that. They all just immediately left the room. they just got out of the room. I'm waiting there 5 minutes, and they come back in. They go, oh, we're a little nervous. Well, how long have you been in here? You know, but I think they felt sorry for me, so they gave me the mime thing.
Oh, dude, this guy was in Grown Ups too.
Was I ever?
Oh, the cheerleader scene, which was
That was a good group.
hysterical.
That was a fun day.
That was a great thing to use guys like you, where not to waste your time. It's like one bit funny and get out. You know?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing too that I know you know about. Once Sandler likes you and puts you in stuff, he'll be like, "Just come do a thing." And you're like, "Okay,
we'll figure it out later."
yeah."
Andy, what's that doing? He has a very sweet whispering
So
thing.
we're gonna do a thing,
and
you'll be like with a bunch of suds on you and stuff.
You're going to be so funny.
There he is.
Adam has a lot of
the best.
Yeah, the best.
a lot of rhythms to him.
And
So
and
we
he's-
should
He's in Hotel Transylvania.
we should talk about
That's
some
right.
of these
As are you.
monster things.
Dude, you were in the fourth one, right?
Yes, Andy.
I
Were
was
you?
in the-
Yeah,
I
Was
in
Selena?
yeah,
Oh, Adam wasn't.
correct.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You've
It was-
been in four.
We've been in 4 together. We've been in the
I was in 2.
By the way-
trenches of Hotel.
By the way, that is like the true like business joy of when Sandler likes you.
Oh my God!
He called me
Keeps
after
giving.
we did That's My Boy, and he called me after that. Was like, "Hey, we're doing this animated thing, and there's a goofy guy. He's the only human. And you're going to be that guy." And I was like, "Okay, thanks, Sandman." And then like 4 movies later,
It pays off. Oh my
yeah,
God.
I'm just like, okay.
I have a story about that, Dana, but it
That's awesome.
involves
Yeah.
Andy, unfortunately.
Okay.
What?
You have the floor.
On Hotel Transylvania. So do you remember this? The first table read at Sony,
Yeah,
and Amy Pascal was there,
yeah.
and it wasn't Selena. Who was Mavis?
I truly have no idea.
Miley Cyrus.
Whoa, really?
And she was a half hour late. And it was me, Sandler, you, everyone was there waiting.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then it was dead
Cyrus.
silent because Amy is the president of Sony. Comes in. Okay, we got a call. She's on the 405. She's getting off at Sawtell. Everyone's like,
Oh my God, that's
she's
so
still not
intense.
here. And it was like, she comes in, hey, sorry. And then sits down, rifles through the script. Like,
Hadn't
I don't know if
read
it's a
it.
cold read. I was like, first of all, I love Miley Cyrus. First of all, she's a great
she loves
singer.
you too.
She's unbelievable. I just saw her do Like a Prayer live with her cowboy hat on. She's
She
a
can
great
sing.
singer. This was just an off thing because she did the table read and the movie obviously went fine, but
Yeah.
they got Selena
I don't remember that.
right after. And
That's so weird.
I don't know
that
if Miley
don't
decided not to do it or it just was not a perfect fit, but Selena's obviously unbelievable and great. And she was,
Yeah.
I only met her twice along the way because we don't do that much. We don't shoot them all together.
I mean, I've never been in the room with her for anything but press. But we do all the
I know we did press, yeah.
we do all the press together, and it's like, hey, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is
Went
a
to,
bunch of nice people.
Cancun. Didn't we go somewhere for the?
Yes,
That was
dude,
fun.
that was crazy. The Sony
Yeah.
retreat,
Uh-huh.
that was nuts. And then my wife and I were like, oh, we're gonna go to Tulum.
Yeah.
We're
great.
already here.
Yeah, you're in Mexico. Go ahead, Dana.
Oh, I just wanted to, because I know we have our producer, Greg Holson, gave us a list. A super fan, the huge, obviously, Dick in a Box.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get through all of them, but but Dick in a Box.
These are the
with
biggies.
Justin. Also, Dancing with Beyonce.
Oh yeah, single
with Bobby
ladies.
Moynihan.
Single ladies.
Big
So if you want to talk
Big.
about those quickly, I mean, Dick in a Box.
You have to go to
was-
Beyonce, or does Marcy, or does someone go to her?
We wrote it. Me and Bobby, I think. I might be getting that wrong, but I think that was it. And I think we knew Justin was around and could do it. And then I think it was Justin that went and
Oh,
talked to
right,
Beyonce
right.
about it because we were like, well, he's very famous and she's very famous.
Yeah.
So that would probably go
She'll
better.
see his DM.
And also, like, it's him being like, I'm going to be in a leotard. Like, we're celebrating you, whatever it is.
Mm.
But she was delightful. She's such a sweet, wonderful person in my limited interaction with her.
Yeah.
But that one was fun because we just were like, there's no way people are going to be mad at this.
It's too funny. It's great. And she rolls with it, and it's all, and having her in it, and
yes.
And then that's probably a blow up on video.
Also, her doing that song, like her performance of that song that night on the show is one of the most incredible performances.
It's
I've
hard.
ever seen. Yes. And they're in like giant heels and just fucking destroying. Like her and Prince, I think, are the two people in my time there where I was like, I don't understand what's happening right now. It's so impressive.
She seems like a very hard worker from like early age of like busting up and gives 100% in every performance.
She's a killer.
That song, Check on It, she has so many words in it. There's a couple songs where I go, how does she, I mean, to do a whole concert, and she has so much to do and dance and sing and costume.
Her last album's incredible.
And everyone's in love with her.
Yeah. And then, Dick in a Box.
Beyonce, if you'd ever like to come on the podcast, you're always welcome.
Obviously, everyone likes you here. Go ahead. Yeah. Dick in a Box.
Dick in a Box, it was fine. We just kind of threw it together.
Any problems with
that was the first one that went kind of sexual or R, right? Or that hard. Because Dick in a Box was like on the edge, right? Did censor.
We did the one with
any...
Natalie Portman at the end of the
Mother Lovers?
of the previous year, and it was filthy, but it was all bleeped. But that was all her.
Oh, it was all bleeped.
That was all her.
What is
people
it?
really liked that one.
What was
too.
that one?
It was just her rapping real filthy. Basically, she like loved Lil' Kim and told us she wanted to do one, and we were like, okay,
How great.
yeah,
And you
have
bleeped
someone like
all
her.
all the words out.
yeah, a lot of bleeps. I mean, that was the fun of getting to do so much pre-tape. Is we ended up there was not a lot of bleeps before us. I don't think.
When you do Dick in a Box to the audience, it says Dick in a Box.
No, I think it was bleeped in.
Oh
in the
no,
room.
really?
Yeah.
Even for the
Because it's live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what part is bleeped?
The word dick.
Yeah, Dana.
Yeah.
So you can't say Dick. Okay.
You can say
But-
box.
Well, couldn't they have just
Interesting
bleeped
you bring
box?
this up,
'Cause
though,
then it would have
Dana.
been Dick in a, and you wouldn't know what it meant. It could be Dick Wilson.
Well,
Could be
we-
dick in your pants, like a medical thing.
Two things about the bleeps. We were told that because it was bleeped, people thought it was cock.
Cock in a
Even
box.
dirtier, really, right?
Yes, and it sounds much worse musically.
Mhm.
And then a few years later, we aired the song "Jizz in My Pants" with no bleeps and no anything. But
What's jizz?
I don't
Why
know.
would
I
it
still
be in
don't
your
know.
Thank
pants?
you.
Yeah. I'm told someday I'll find out. But that one, it had to air after 12:15 or something. Like it was
Wow,
like at the very
interesting.
end of the show.
Huh.
And I think whoever was running NBC at the time, it was maybe like Jeff Zucker or somebody, came down to the show and like they had a whole conversation about it.
Interesting.
Basically, we brought it in because we had already started doing albums at that point. It was from our first album. And we were like, hey, we have this video. Maybe we could just play it at Dress and see how it goes. And then it was like, ooh, it went well. And Lauren was like, so we should air it. And they're like, but can we? And we're like, we have a censored version, which does exist where instead of jizz, you just hear variations of us going, "Ugh." It's a lot sillier, but not as funny.
You could have a dick in a box and also jizz in the box
You could.
with the dick.
Say more about that.
Well, I'm going to show you a chart how that could work.
You're on Spain.
Where would you hold the box?
But, you know, the
I
drawing.
guess depends on your age.
Dick in a box was revolutionary, but also I'm on a boat is so dry and silly.
It is dry as a
I'm
bone.
on a boat.
There's
I mean,
nothing to it but that one idea.
What are you doing on the boat? I'm on a boat.
It's just
told
rich
you.
people being on boats,
Just
kind
being
of.
on
if it had
boats. There were a lot of videos at that time where the concept of the video was just they
at us.
were on a boat and
It's
they were
incredible
doing
life.
their song
We're
on
rich
a boat.
and we're doing good. We're
Yeah,
doing-
yeah.
T-Pain was a great addition.
he's
It's
the
always
best.
fun when you just throw someone in that out of the blue. I think you pan over to him at the beginning, like you go down
Yes,
the line,
yes.
and that's a laugh. And then
Yeah, that's like an old, like almost like Marx Brothers
Oh, it's
style
great.
reveal.
Oh,
yeah.
it's hard to get people. We were trying to get people for stuff back in the show, and they don't know till the last minute, and unless it's Geraldo Rivera, they're not coming.
Oh my God. I mean, especially once you start going into the music world, like they're on their own schedule. Everybody in music does whatever they feel like. So
I go, what about Steve Martin? And he goes, what about Geraldo Rivera? And I go, well, and he goes, he's circling the building. 'Cause anytime you say, what do you do it? He's circling the building. That was Lauren's best joke. I've stolen that one.
What about Geraldo? Well,
Geraldo was the one that was always circling that we could
Lauren will
always get.
do that sometimes where he's just like, so-and-so is here, so put them in it. And you're like, okie doke.
Steve's coming.
Yeah. We did a Laser
Anything?
Cats and it opens with him having dinner with Senator Dodd.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, yeah, that was definitely who we were thinking for this.
Senator Dodd. Yeah, he was around. I think Chris
If you could
Farley
adapt
picked
it.
him up and threw him around at a party.
He had Steve come in a Hollywood Minute and stand behind me and just listen to it and sip a drink.
Oh my God.
And he goes, I want a drink and I want to sip it with a straw. And we're like, okay.
Fuck, I love Hollywood
And then he
Minute.
just stood behind me. Steve Martin, my fucking hero. Like
Did he say anything after?
at the end, he goes, I did a joke about him. I go, he's in a new movie where he thinks he's cool. Hey, I have my shirt open. I'm Matt Dillon. And then he's standing behind me and then he taps me and I go, oh. And then he tells me to leave. And then he sits down and does some jokes.
And are they about you or just whatever?
He made fun of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You gotta.
it was.
That's the
Gotta have
deal.
a sense of humor about
I
yourself.
sort of
That's
embarrassed
well
because
said,
I didn't
Dana.
love
Thanks.
it.
Thanks, Andy.
I wanted more for Steve. 'Cause I love him.
We're big guys. We get it.
All right, give something else to him. Give him another
I know that you
compliment.
love. I read that you especially had a fond heart for a Great Day.
I
This is
do.
a
I do
pretty
love Great Day.
Cool video. It has pathos. It's funny. You know, because you want to have a great day, but he's got Coke all over his mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Of my own works. Thank you for bringing up my own works.
Ooh.
I
That
do.
was
I
your-
am proud of that one. It
Yeah.
came together nice.
Yeah. I think it has a. Well, it's just it steps outside all the other ones. It's just so different.
That
the
was
neighborhood, and it's all beautiful.
Yes, and it's a different kind of song for us. It was more musical style. We shot down on Commerce, which is like my favorite street in
yeah,
Manhattan.
made it utopian.
Yes, in front of the Cherry Lane Theater.
Mm-hmm.
We've shot there a few times. We shot this Ahmadinejad one with Fred down there too. I love that street. Anyway,
Wait, I forgot to ask about Digman.
oh yeah, that's my show.
Digman is a show.
By the way, saw a billboard for it on my way over.
It's
Oh,
huge.
already?
Yeah,
I saw it too.
I was like, hey, it's real.
I was thinking the voice you
I rolled
did
down
in
my window and said, "Interviewing him."
Yeah.
Interviewing him.
And me, I was like, please fucking let Dana have seen this.
Dude, billboards are all that matters.
Is it out already? Are we promoting it?
March 22nd.
Okay, and
I
you're,
think it comes
you're
out
out
right
soon.
then.
So yes,
Yeah.
let's.
We'll be out. That's today.
Digman is available because it's so hard to find shit on.
It's today.
No, but
But
where
where
do
is
you
it
get
on?
it?
Oh,
Hulu?
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
I know.
So, old school. Hey, Sandberg, yes,
look,
the
we're-
90s called.
But we're on
okay?
after South Park, so it's the best slot you get.
Oh, the best
man.
slot in history.
Is that your South Park?
Yeah.
That's good.
The dirtiest
Oh, this is
fucking-
South Park guy. Hi,
that's
how are
really
you?
good.
I just shit my pants.
I'm 3. This kid just fucked me in the ass. I'm like,
That's
God
really
damn, is this a
good.
real show?
I can't believe what they get away
When
with.
I see those clips on Instagram, I go, this is from a real show or is this just a clip they made up?
Or
Because
is it
it's
a
so
parody of a
fucking
show?
filthy.
I like it in my ass.
Meghan Markle, yeah, they're in print.
Hey,
that
guys,
sounds
South Park
crazy.
guys, Trey and
Matt.
Matt, if you guys ever want to come on the podcast.
Beyonce's going to be here.
Do
It's going
this.
to be a
What
fun
if they all
time.
want to come the
Come
same
on,
day, though?
Andy will come back.
I would come
No,
back.
Digman. So,
Digman,
tell
I
us
just watched
what
it
it
last
is.
night.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
They got it to me.
Yeah.
What's the
Digman. It's an.
He's an archie.
Yeah, he's an
Archaeologist,
archaeologist. They call him Archies. It's a show set in a world where archaeologists are the biggest celebrities in the world. So like, there's like a Met Gala, but it's the Archie Gala, and everyone's wondering like what museum they're going to be hired by. And it's super silly. I made it with my buddy Neil Campbell, who wrote on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Comedy Bang Bang and stuff. And I've been working on it for fucking 2.5 years.
It is.
How many
'Cause the animation
episodes
takes
is
so
it?
long. First season's 8, and we're hoping there'll be another one.
Yeah, it was funny. I just watched it last night, and there's an assistant archaeologist.
Yes, Mitra Juhari, who's super funny.
Oh, okay. I was wondering who that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
She's
need any,
funny.
if there's a season 2, do you need any guest voices?
Are you in? Would you guys want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
it's,
mean, we got motherfucking Emperor's New Groove right here, motherfucker.
all right.
I was
Remember
thinking
that one?
I can do two
He knows
things.
his way around animation.
I can do a llama or an invisible man.
Okay, first the llama.
I think that sounds the same.
Well, let's hear the llama.
No, because they all
Or
sound.
invisible man.
The llama is look at me and my bad self.
That's
No touchy. Yeah, that was one that was a
Ooh,
blast
rappy?
to do.
That's
yeah.
a funny movie.
That was a great one. That was.
That was a great call.
Yeah, you and Warburton.
Come on. This was solid mahogany. The poison, Cusco's poison. The poison. He and goddamn Eartha Kitt playing Yzma were
Eartha
so
Kitt was in that
hilarious.
one?
Yeah,
Have you seen that movie? It's
Dana, wake up.
genuinely just like shockingly
it's funny, isn't it? I
Yes.
couldn't
Well, what
believe
year
it.
did it come out?
Took me 3 years.
90s.
What do you
right,
mean?
Dave?
3 years to shoot it.
Oh,
It's so hard.
it was
because-
mocap,
Say it again.
motion capture.
I don't know if it was mocap.
Did you get it through a general? Did you
think
do
it
a
was
general when you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Did he get it through
He
a
snagged
general?
it. Oh, I snagged it
I
through a
had
general.
a general at Disney. General meetings are where you go in and they tell you you're good, and then nothing ever happens.
Correct.
I had one a couple weeks ago.
They want to meet. They just want to. They just want to
Would
hang
you
out.
like to play twins?
There you go. You should be
both
in,
guys.
You should be
You're
in
both
movies.
guys in the scene. Writes itself.
How would you like to clumps it?
The clumps, but more clumps. The white
Clumps it.
clumps.
That's like the Eddie Murphy movie. It's called Clumps
Yeah,
It.
you got this. Is what we all call it
Do a
when, when you're
clumps
more
it.
than one part. You're clumpsing it.
See, what they do is they cut tape. They let him do 4 hours of makeup change, then they start the camera again. It's like magic.
Yes, once he did it, it kind of should have been retired. I think because that was the end. Like you're just like, how is this possible?
No one understood. How
was-
can he
yes.
possibly?
One guy's Arsenio sometimes.
That's true. I don't think that's
No, that
how it's
was in
pronounced.
what other movie is it? Coming to America. Just came to me.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
so Emperor's New Groove, I'll play Llama, and but the show Digman is it is funny as shit. I was just
Thanks,
watching it
man.
last night.
Thank you.
Good job.
It's Andy Samberg. Come on.
So yeah, and he's
Well,
got
that's the. I mean, not
You have a
everything.
brand.
Not everything you ever do is like we're going hard, funny. But this one is.
It's
that.
just jokes, yeah,
we're
joke,
trying
joke.
to do as much,
And it's a good
jokes as
story,
possible.
so
is it
you follow it.
PG-13 or soft R?
It was kind of
It's
rough.
a little. It's there's
Do
some
you have all
bleeps.
that stuff on there?
Everything's in, but when it airs on network, it'll be bleeped. The fucks will be bleeped, and everything else can air.
What is that network mean? Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Oh, so because they've got a few in there, but it's not overdone.
No. We
They're-
try to sort of parse them out.
No, it's clever, but a couple times I go, oh, it's a
Yeah.
bad word.
Yeah, it's not softy.
Nasty.
But that was kind of the idea.
No,
like we worked
good
together, on Brooklyn. Thanks.
Yeah.
And we loved making Brooklyn, but it's NBC. So there were plenty of times we were like, just want to make a show where we don't have to
Just
cut.
something borderline gets killed. I've done that before, and you go, this
Yeah.
isn't even. We got to compete out there.
Exactly.
It's very hard to argue because you're like, who's going to care?
Yes. Our hope is that we made something that people in comedy will like it.
They say that the half-hour show, network show, is kind of the best schedule for a human being.
Well, yours was even
is harder.
Mine was harder than his. He did it live.
Mine's a straight
Right.
sitcom.
You were 17 hours a week, right? About
16.5.
And once
16.5
it's like a
a week
hit
total.
and everyone knows their parts too, and
Yeah.
no one's stressed, you just show up, smash. The
Yeah.
audience is there to love it.
Oh yeah,
And you were single camera, so
Yeah.
Will and Grace got down to a science 4-day weeks, 3-day weeks.
I worked at Radford as a PA.
Oh, you did?
I worked on Spin City.
oh
Really?
Spin City.
I
That
can't
was way
believe it.
back.
Get out
Yeah.
of here, Sarge. Sorry, he
Sarge.
does Michael J.
Oh, you
Fox.
guys both.
Hey
watch
guys, what are we doing here exactly?
It's a soft Casey Kasem.
Gotta give me a minute here, Sarge.
Come on, Sarge, give me a minute. I'm Casey
I've quoted that a
Kasem
lot.
playing Michael J. Fox.
In what? Prisoners of War or something?
That's,
Casualties
Casualties
of
of
War.
War.
Casualties of
The
War.
worst one to do an
Give me a-
impression of. No one saw it.
But you're doing it with Sean Penn.
Yeah. He's
What are
like,
we doing?
We're gonna get this VC gook whore.
Getting a tattoo.
Hey, come on, guys.
Getting a tattoo. I know it
Hey,
all.
come on,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's Casey
That's
Kasem,
classic shit.
basically.
Is
Come
it
on.
really? It's a little
Come on.
lower.
There was
No,
a little
it's
bit.
different. But your Casey's
But
good.
you just take it back a little bit. Come on, Sarge.
Don't make the audience think it's easy.
Audience.
No,
It's
you gotta
not
go-
dissimilar. I'll
You
give you
gotta
that.
go on your tiptoes, open your eyes. With,
I'm.
hey,
Yeah,
Doc,
that's
this is
Oh my God, I
we're
love
not
it.
home now.
By the way, when I was there though, it was Charlie
That's actually
Sheen.
very good.
Who's Charlie Sheen?
It was Charlie Sheen. It was post Fox, so it was a different.
Oh,
vibe.
Spin City. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you do the sketch Hookers and Blow with Charlie Sheen?
Did I do that?
Yeah. Were you in it?
I don't think I was in that.
That was Matt Piedmont wrote that. It was a body shop called Hookers and Blow, spelled differently, and it was Charlie Sheen was the pitch man.
Oh my God! And it aired.
Yeah,
Who played Charlie
Hey.
Sheen?
he did.
Oh, he did
When
it
he
himself.
hosted, yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, good for him.
Yeah,
By
good.
the way, Hot Shots, really good.
Hot Shots is funny.
It's really funny.
All right, what's your
Blizzard
wrap up?
Man or Shy Ronnie?
Oh
It's like a little
Oh,
game.
Shy Ron, you got to do it with Rihanna.
That was
Yeah.
the shit.
Fuck.
She's the coolest.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the sillier things
So
I
good.
saw.
The
cool thing
Shy
about
Ronnie
her-
character was just so.
And her doing it is unbelievable.
Her doing it, but now whenever I see her, which is not often, she sees me and she goes, "Shy Ronnie."
Oh, cute.
Like I don't know if she knows my name,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm happy with what I get.
Unreal. You got everyone loves.
God,
everyone's
you know
in love with
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good job.
Jealous.
We're doing
All
our
right.
wrap up.
What else? Should we talk about the Oscars? I don't know. Just kidding.
Fill in the blanks. It's a new game we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
shit.
you're
And
outta
you can
here.
always say pass.
Okay.
Lorne Michaels is.
My dad.
We never got that.
No, that's a good one.
I thought that's what everyone would say.
He is kind of everybody's dad.
Go to your room.
He's 13 months older than me, but he's like,
One time I had been doing pretty well after a couple of years, and I like did the bit, where you like where you force it and you make your hands touch. Like he was reaching for his popcorn.
Oh my God.
And you're like a meet cute kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, look at that. He was like, slapped my hand. He went, I am not your friend.
that's for him.
And I was like, okay, yeah, sorry, Lauren, sorry. Yeah, sorry, sorry.
I like Lauren even says anything like that.
But it
Do you
still
remember
makes
any
me laugh.
Laurenisms? And we always do those on the show.
I mean, he does.
The value of water, everyone knows that one.
Yeah, I mean, he always starts things. It's that thing, because it's like that thing.
And like,
yeah.
it's like, it'd be better if it was like funny. It'd be like a really, really good show.
It helps with my bottle.
It would help if it was good.
Yeah. This is the last, we have 2 weeks off.
It would help if it was good.
A good note and rather a low note. I know that's all designed to relax us.
Emily Spivey, I don't know if you guys know her. She was a writer for a very long time on the show. She used to do a bit in the rewrite table where where
the rewrite.
Is it going to be
That
R-rated?
18-hour rewrite.
No, not
day?
R-rated. Where the phone would ring, or she'd pretend the phone ring, and she'd pick it up and she'd go, "Hello, oh hey Lauren, oh thank you. No, I know, I worked really hard on it. No, I love you too." Like basically act like he was calling to give her tons of compliments because he never gives them to anybody.
He'll always compliment, not when you're really killing a big thing, but like some exit or when you have one line in some cowboy sketch. I thought it was breathtaking.
The one time he ever said something overtly nice about something I did in front of everybody was a great day. It was the meeting between Dress and Air. He was like, "Can we like cut out of that a little faster?" Very funny, by the way. And I was just like, melted to a puddle. And I was like, God, why does he have so much power over us?
I know.
But I fucking love it. I'll never forget it.
Well, he's seen everybody. He's seen
Exactly.
every American sketch player and every
fact he
knows
thinks you're
he knows every move.
Somewhat equal to all those people that have been there before.
Yes.
And
Believe
you're in the
me,
same room.
Andy Samberg was a very, very
all right, Andy, I gotta go.
valuable
I
player of,
can't answer any of my own questions anymore about you that I answer them.
Okay, fair.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
I'm really bugged by
bugs.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
my
true.
dream job is
I have it.
wow.
Yeah.
Positivity.
It's not a bit. Like I can't believe it. It's like we were
Okay,
talking
finish
about.
the sentence. I did a Corona commercial with
Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
I'll tell you one thing about those commercials. When you do them, you're like, oh, it's fucking Snoop. These are funny. This is going to be great. And then you don't realize they're going to air them 7
Incessantly.
billion times and like make people hate you, even if they like it the first 100 times.
Yeah.
But I should have known.
They're well known. What was your
By the way,
mic
the
drop?
money's
There
worth.
was always a
On
little
the
thing
beach.
right at the end. You're with him, and then there's something right at the end. You do a little eyebrow thing or something. I'm sure I've seen it.
Well, I did a few with them.
Yeah.
There's more coming, by the way. God
Oh, no.
damn it. I know. I sold out.
God damn it.
Cha-ching.
I took the checky.
No, Andy.
No, Dana, I have a
I
Fritos
turned down
one
so
coming
many
up.
commercials in the 90s. I regret it to this day.
Did you?
Getting commerce now is cool. Ryan Reynolds just made $200 million
Oh
off
my
some
God.
gin product.
He makes so much money.
Yeah, there's
can't
nothing
stop either.
There's
Tell him
nothing
to
wrong with that.
relax.
All
Good for
that means
him.
is freedom to do what you want.
It is annoying that he's making so much money and he's good.
Yeah.
You're like,
and
God
seems
damn
really
it.
Tell him to
nice
go save
and
the bank.
funny.
You wish he sucked a little bit.
Yeah.
But instead he's like
No, he's
funny.
good.
He has an
Yeah.
advertising company, a management company.
He's got a phone company.
yeah.
And his movies are all big and you
he
want to watch
owns
them.
Northern
I
California.
know. He's good.
But
No, it's a drag.
He's the president of the universe.
Yeah.
oh, this will be you won't want to do you want to do this one. Fred Armisen is
Oh man.
that's good. Like it's too much talent.
My friend,
Yeah.
but also so good, so funny.
Just makes me smile every time I see
He was
him
on last week, right?
Camera.
He's
Yeah.
delightful.
Was he on with
And by
Jenna
the way,
Ortega?
speaking of no pushing,
Yeah.
like
Never.
he never ever is sweaty ever, and it's always funny and weird and interesting.
Yeah. I could get sweaty sometimes.
Oh,
but
me and
Fred
you
never
both.
would.
Spade never gets sweaty.
I'm not too sweaty, right?
No, you run it nice and cool, and it's always sharp.
I like that
It's true.
description.
Yeah.
But you and me, we want it. We
I'm out
want
there.
it.
Yeah, we can very easily stretch your body.
We were like, I got a skill set. Let me show you, motherfucker.
All right, you get one
Kristen
last one.
Wiig is,
Also, my friend,
and
one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
agreed.
one of the best.
Yeah.
When I was doing Regis out there, I was guest hosting and just kind of rehearsing all week. And then she comes in as Kathy Lee. with all this stuff. It was like I was kind of almost starstruck by the meticulous business she had, her energy, she was hypnotizing this other rhythm. It was really interesting to be around that.
She's kind of like Steph Curry of SNL, where you're like, she's super quiet and seems kind of just keeping to herself, and then all of a sudden you realize she's been fucking working hard and is an absolute beast
and ready to unleash.
And like as soon as that audience is there, you're like, oh shit, I got to get out of the way.
Oh, she has been thinking about this.
Is it okay to mention your wife is a famous musician?
Yeah. I love my wife.
Gina Newsom.
Joanna, sorry. That's okay.
Went to state school. Joanna Newsom, singer-songwriter, harp player, piano and vocals. I listened to some of it. So I think that's pretty hip. You're both artists.
Yeah.
So she understands.
She's much cooler than me, obviously. But
she seemed incredibly cool.
She's that.
We're just... what else?
She says hi.
Good.
She says hi. So now, just to wrap it up. So you're a dad now, and so that whole your world has changed. And now you and your wife are going to balance this thing with your work.
Yes.
Do you have a plan?
It's hard. It's very hard.
It is. It's interesting.
Like figuring out when to work, when not to, when who works when,
where.
Yeah. Spade, what do you think?
I think you're heading the right direction. That's my general
Spade,
thought.
Do you think you want kids?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have a daughter, and she's here. Not here in the house.
That's true.
I kicked her out.
Yeah.
But she's here, and we're going to go to the lunch right after this.
How old is your daughter?
She's 14.
Where are you going to take her? Take her to Beverly Hills, that little diner in the Beverly Hills Hotel.
No, we're going to something more grimy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In-N-Out
I
Burger?
can't. I don't want her to know that I have any money.
Just keep it quiet.
This
This
keep her
house
in the
is
attic.
a little bit of a giveaway.
Oh, yeah. This
In
house.
LA, kids just think that's what houses are.
I know. This house.
I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Andy
loaded.
Samberg has been our guest, and he's been very nice. And his leg probably hurts at this point.
No, I would do this for another 7 hours.
And you're going to
Really?
give
We
us some
could deep
Vicodins
dive
on the
into
way out.
how much fun it was to shoot
was fun.
laser cats.
Oh, I do like laser cats.
Well, when you see it, you're like, that's just kid stuff. That's so much
It
fun.
was very fun.
I like shy running. Okay.
Okay, this we are. Sum up.
Yeah.
Andy Samberg, one of the all-time greats, Saturday Night Live.
What?
Revolutionized Saturday Night Live with digital video. Probably has 200 to 300 million hits on
away.
YouTube between all those videos.
Money?
No.
No,
YouTube
definitely not
views,
that.
silly
Definitely more than that.
Also, one of the ones we were talking
55
about.
million just for on a boat.
I think I'm on a boat has well over 200 million.
Okay, so you're close.
You're the
over
new
a
bad
billion.
baby.
I'm kidding. If I knew this at the beginning of the podcast,
I like
I
to
would
think of
be,
myself as the new Rebecca Black, but thank you.
Okay.
I would have been nervous if I'd known that stat. But yeah, it's pretty monstrous.
All of them are from years ago, by the way.
Doesn't matter. Aggregate.
I think we have over 1 billion views on our YouTube channel, which I know because what else am I going to do?
And you get
during
paid
COVID?
$2,900.
Look at the views. I
Check
would.
those stats.
Yeah.
But now there's single songs by pop stars that have like over 2 or 3 billion or something.
Yeah.
It's-
Mr. Lizard has 7 billion hits on his latest song, Shabadoo. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to think what's funnier than Bad Bunny, Mr.
Well,
Lizard.
we have been trying to get Andy for a while because people ask about, like, there's people they really want to hear from. So
Oh, really?
it's nice that you...
Well, your impact on the show is huge. You're part of the whole story of SNL.
Yeah.
And so we were very happy to
and
have
there's
you.
a chunk of time. It's like good to have Andy.
You had a lane that no one else had.
Well, thanks. I mean, it's very much with Akiva and Yorma too. I always have to mention.
And
we
with
did
your
it
friends
together.
who are in a lot of the videos and are really great performers themselves.
They
Always
are.
make me laugh.
They're great.
All right,
Those
let's
are my
take
buds.
Let's take our
Yeah.
picture. All right. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks.